sing and we drink and we die. We have no heads. No, we have no heads. They come over here and they chop off our legs. They cut off our hands and put nails in our eyes. O'Grady is dead and O'Hanrahan's gone. We drink and we die and continue to drink. O'Hanrahan, no O'Hanrahan. They buried O'Neill down in County Shilhane. The poor children crying in vain, in vain. In vain, in vain, in vain, in vain, in vain, hey, hey, hey. O'Hanrahan, no O'Hanrahan. We drink and we sing and we drink and we sing. We drink and we drive and we puke and we drink. We drink and we fight and we bleed and we cry. We puke and we smoke and we drink and we die.
In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say
shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
This Heath Ledger, I mean, there was going to be no surprise there. It was so obvious he was going to win. And I was disappointed. I thought we were going to see a corpse.
Too soon. Too soon. Did you quit smoking yet? No, I didn't quit smoking. Why don't you guys attack him like you attack me? Quit smoking. We don't care if he dies. Don't care about you.
Why don't you shove it? Shove it like your mother did. Shove it like your mother takes it. Your mother, that whore. That whore. Think of your mom. Think of your mom's sweet face. Think of your mom's sweet face. You know what she does? She's an effing whore. She takes it in a dirty spot. Her dirty spot's a big gaping one.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
And we're off. Big drinking day.
Hi, Bartek.
Good morning to everybody. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yep, this is one of those days, huh? People start drinking. Like now.
Like now, you think?
Yeah, there are probably some people, cracking them right about now. I think people that are coming in for the parade.
Yep.
They come in early.
Have a few pops.
Bring some of those in the paper bag, so it's not an open container.
Well,
because you could be drinking anything out of there.
Well, they're enforcing the open container law here in New York City today.
That's what they said.
They're enforcing it. There's going to be thousands and thousands of people drinking on the street.
Yeah, good luck
God
with that.
bless the NYPD, but I don't know if they're going to be actually enforcing it.
Good luck with that. I think if you get a little rowdy, a little rambunctious, and you're drinking, that's a problem.
Right.
But if you're just standing there, well, I guess sometimes you get a prick that can give you a hard time. It's a crapshoot. What are you going to do?
Well, the news is all over the street. They're getting ready for this.
Oh, yeah.
People are getting ready. They're getting up. They're getting on their trains.
Yeah.
And this place is just going to be just crazy.
It's a madhouse.
There you go. It's going to be a madhouse.
Every St. Patty's Day. I usually try to get out of Dodge real early.
Right.
On this day because the city is just...
You gave up on that this year?
Well, we got the gig. Mm-hmm. We got the big gig.
47th and Madison Connolly's, 8 a.m. We'll be there. So we're going to do like an hour or so here, and then we're going to move over to that joint. And then we'll be there from 8 to 11. What do you got, 2U there? Brother Joe's tribute band?
Yes, Brother Joe's band.
Nice.
Playing U2, which is, appropriate for the St. Patty's thing.
Very good.
Irish. Hi, the Irish.
Hi.
The whole Irish thing. And then, I don't know, did you get that email from Bob? He wanted to have some kind of conference call?
Oh, yeah, 1 o'clock.
Bob, I don't even know when I'm going to get home. I'm going to be, stuck here.
What I love about our super agent, he's completely out of touch with what we do. It's
like, here's what we're
beautiful.
We got a gig today in Manhattan on St. Patty's Day. I don't think I can squeeze in a conference call. There's drunks. I should try, though. Bunch of drunks in the background. Fuck you!
Well, that would be you, and then the drunks in the background.
Okay, that's true.
Right. Yeah, he's he's perfect for us. Completely clueless to what we do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Jesus, Bob.
Skipping through life with our shoelaces untied.
I actually opened that email, and I was embarrassed for him. I'm like, ugh. And you're supposedly representing us, and
I'm like,
and you have our best interests at hand. You don't even know that it's not a good day for this, you dummy.
We got a gig.
What a dummy. God, I hate agents. I hate managers. I hate everybody. I've turned the corner. I hate y'all. Y'all. You're a bunch of dummies.
I hate all y'all.
Voss is going to be at the big Connolly's broadcast.
Yeah, he's here.
We picked our non-drinking comedy friends to help us out today.
We don't have many drinking ones.
Most of them are non-drinking.
I know.
Unless you count Kool-Aid and Patrice, but that's about it.
Oh.
I think they started last night. You know how when you park your car and you're walking towards it and you know something's wrong, you're going... When you see the broken glass on the ground.
Oh, damn,
it wasn't, or So I'm walking to my car. I park down the street, and then I take it to the lot in the morning because it's. And I'm walking, and I could see through the back to the windshield. I'm going, what the fuck? Something's wrong, you know? And I get there, and somebody puked all over my fucking car last night. I hope as they puked, because it was on the passenger side, which was in. I hope as they puked, they fell to the ground and got run over by a car and dragged down fucking 9th Avenue. There's the whole world and my car, and you got to fucking puke on my car.
Puked on your car.
All over. And then you take the windshield with the water and try to get it off the windshield, and now the whole, there's this.
Oh, God, that's disgusting.
Puke all over the fucking windshield, puke glaze.
I love when you try doing that. And you see little pieces of food that never digested, and you can start figuring out what they had. You piece it all together. I mean, it looks like puke, but when you start really focusing in, it's like, wow, he definitely had an apple.
You look at that, and you go, bad childhood. There's a piece of there's a piece of failure right there. A piece of ridicule. Fuck them. I hope that motherfucker is in so much pain.
Well,
right
you know
now.
what happened? They probably just puked and walked away.
Yeah,
fine and dandy.
They don't give a shit. You got
that a bitch to know that. And that stomach acid will fuck up your paint. No shit. You got to get puke off of your car. I knew a guy. Somebody puked out his window and it just went down the side of the car. I love that when someone's like, "If you're gonna get sick, fucking out the window. Don't puke in my car." And then they're doing 60. And they puke out the fucking window
and spray the side of your car.
It's like getting a flame paint job done on your car and puke.
Yeah.
So, but it fucks the paint up. You got to get it off pretty fast.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know that. There's no worse feeling that, like, when I used to drink, I remember, like, one night my friends, I was so fucked up. We used to drink, like, Southern, anything we could, but this was before the crack days, but we were drinking Southern Comfort one night, which was...
That means you're just going to puke. If you're a kid and you're drinking Southern Comfort, you're puking.
Yeah. And they got me home. They pushed me out of the car on the lawn.
They pushed me out of the car!
on the side of the lawn.
And Ray Liotta pistol whipped the guy for you.
And I fucking crawled like 5 feet, and I would just puke and crawl 5 feet. And I just puked my way crawling up the stairs, and there was nothing. I was puking out like water. Nothing. And
You poisoned yourself is what it is. Your body is trying to get rid of the poison that you put in yourself. Yeah, alcohol is... when you puke from drinking, it's because your body is poisoned. That's what the buzz is. Yeah. The buzz is the effects of a limited amount of poison. But when you do a lot of it, it could kill you, or it could it makes you puke. It's a wonderful thing. Well, it's Poison Day today here in the city. It's the Poison Day parade.
There's going to be puke all over the sidewalk.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's
you could
wonderful.
skate. You could Hans Christian Andersen your way home.
Can I have some more, please? It's like amateur night, like New Year's Eve and St. Patrick's Day. Is when,
everyone gets to be a little Irish today.
Even our president.
What? Obama?
Is 3.1% Irish.
No.
His great-great-great-great-grandfather came over from Ireland and opened up some kind of a shoe repair place. He was like a cobbler.
Let me tell you how fucked up that is. He's more Irish than me.
And people call you Irish.
Everyone thinks I'm Irish. And I'm barely, I got to drop tops. I bet you Obama's more Irish than I.
You know what? It's better than being called the other thing.
I don't care.
They call.
No. If I have a little in me, what the hell?
There's also a terrible song that's making the rounds about Obama being Irish.
Can we?
Are you kidding?
It's not like it's funny or it's just.
We're playing it, acknowledging that it's horrible.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that,
please. Yeah. So he's 3.1% Irish according to the genealogy there.
Yeah.
He's got like everything in him.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on with that family, but
he's a mutt.
Everyone was fucking everybody.
He's a mutt of the world.
Doesn't matter.
He's a mutt of the world.
Oh my God, Rich, that is a great fucking line, and I wish we could say it. Something?
We saw it.
Thank God you're smart enough to write it down and not say it.
That's a firing offense.
It's a variation of the word leprechaun.
No kidding.
And it is really funny, Rich.
Jesus.
God damn, good one.
Nice.
No, not that one, Big Cam. You got to go the other way.
Wow.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, so we're getting that song. We're going to be at Connolly's. Hope a lot of people join us. 47th and Madison.
What were we doing? Like I completely didn't understand why we're here first.
Because they don't open the doors until like 8:15. So I don't know. There's probably because no one's there.
We probably could have just like sat there though and done the show like we do here. Well, I guess with the CDs and stuff.
No one's there right
and
now.
Nothing's gonna work. Let's just. How much shit doesn't work, Ope? As far as the percentage, I say
everything.
The same percentage as Obama is Irish works. 3.1% of the equipment will work.
I doubt they're even there yet. They haven't even opened the doors.
No,
and then they gotta have Joe's band load in,
set up, sound check.
And Joe's band is the big time professional, but I don't know if they're gonna. We'll see.
See how fast.
Let's keep an open mind.
It's gonna have that just open bar smell.
Yeah,
which is always so great.
I didn't see that. Are the gays fighting to be in the parade again this year? Or are they in or not?
I forgot about that. Was that last year?
That's every year.
Every year they want in?
They always want to get into the St. Patrick's Day parade. I think they're just so beaten down. They're giving up.
That went away.
No,
for some reason. Yeah.
It was the year of the gay, though. I bet you there's got to be some kind of representation now.
It usually went on.
They probably
for,
they slid some of the gays into the parade now.
You were going to say they slid something in. And
with Harvey Milk and gay marriage and all that, you got to think they got a spot.
Blow me, I'm Irish.
You know how nice their float's going to be, though.
Oh, it would be the best float. There are no floats in the St. Patty's Day parade, by the way.
Really? Just marching people?
Yeah, it's just marching people.
Yeah, just a bunch of.
It's really big for just the firemen and the cops from all over the place to just march down the street and wave. And then politicians come out. And the Irish politicians are the one, they wear the whole sashes and the buttons and they're waving and it's all a vote for me, blah, blah, bullshit.
There's nothing really to see.
Yeah, it's just...
There's nothing in the air. There's no
Lots
floats.
of bagpipes. How annoying a bagpipe.
Wait, we got it, though. Rich, why don't you join in our bagpipe band, right?
I couldn't think of anything
You got to hold
worse.
the notes a little bit.
Boy, if I just set my alarm for this time
Dude,
and
we
had to
almost have
listen
it,
to
though.
that crap.
Give me a little bagpipe music.
It is true.
And we'll get this.
Hey, the bagpipes.
We could do the bagpipe thing. Oh, I was supposed to call someone. Damn it, there was a bag. Hey, if you dudes are listening, go to Connolly's 47th and Madison. 44th and Madison, right?
44th
and Madison, right?
47th?
Oh, now I'm messing everybody up.
Everyone's going to be all over the place.
They'll be close enough. 47th and Madison, there's a bagpipe band that's playing in the parade, and they want to come and do a song or two for us today.
Ah, when they come in the bar.
I fucking never call them back. Damn it.
Those songs are great because they all sound so different.
So you got to start with the long note, and then you get into the toodly-doos.
Toodly-doo.
Let's try that again.
And then...
You think there's bagpipe groupies? Like girls?
No.
Oh, man, look at him. Look at that.
No.
Hey, Norton was on Leno last night.
Not.
And this is going to hurt someone a little bit today. Listen to this. So Leno is calling you the most successful and most popular show on satellite radio.
Boy.
You really can't argue that point ever.
No, it's on TV. It's got to be true.
Oh, is someone going to be pissed?
We didn't even say it.
Oops. Yeah, we didn't say it. We don't fish for compliments like other people do.
That was a good one.
We're going to do Norton's whole set from Leno when we do like the in-between show here.
Yeah.
When we leave the live show here to go down to Connolly's to continue the broadcast. So,
I watched,
in case you missed it.
I watched Jimmy's set on the big screen, and it is frightening in high def to watch his head 3 feet tall. It's just frightening.
Really?
Yeah, it was really funny.
How were the liver spots?
I know
they look
good. They look
good.
They look like
every
little planets.
detail. It was every little detail.
I think I see a face on Norton's skull
in HD, man. It is really amazing.
So you can see the hair on his nipples, probably.
We need a little more. I mean, bagpipes. We need like 4 or 5 more guys.
And then you stop any other musical instrument and it stops. Bagpipes have to wind down when they go. Big fucking scrotum you're playing. You're fucking blowing into a big scrot.
Imus has the big C, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, but we became friends ever since I went and saw him at a book signing.
I remember that picture was
very
making the rounds. Very famous picture. It looked like
you
two were father and son.
I don't know where that picture is. I could put that on Twitter or something. But whatever. But I was
that one.
I was writing back and forth with Imus yesterday. You know, wishing him well, saying we all.
You didn't say good luck, bro, did you?
Nope.
Good man.
Nope. And he wrote back about his cancer. Maybe I shouldn't be reading this, but it's too funny not to. Imus writes, I wished him, I said you need anything, all that crap you write to someone.
Prostate. yeah, jerk.
All that stuff you write to someone that needs your help or whatever, even though there's nothing you can do, but you go, hey, anything you need, let me know. That old horseshit.
Miracle.
Could do a little Imus music, that would help.
Yeah.
We have 5 guys in there. One of them should pull that.
How's your prostate, baby?
Yeah. So Imus writes, He goes, send me Norton. I'm surrounded by unfunny fucks, which causes stress, which is why I have cancer. I hope Bartlett and those other 2 losers are fucking happy.
Oh, shit.
And then he writes, thanks for your note. The I-Man.
There it is. Imus in the morning program. I could tell by how big my prostate is that it's 7:05 in the morning.
He could squeeze that prostate and do a little bagpiping.
Get your hand off my ass. Oh, man. Yeah, he must have gotten that finger up there.
And they felt a bump.
Said, uh-oh.
I think that's what Dr. Steve was saying. You put the finger up there, you could feel stage 2, basically.
Ah.
You could feel the stage 2 if you...
Can you do that at home? With a strap on?
When you go for a here
it goes. All right, hold on. Everybody just hold on right now. Pull the safety bar in front of you because this is the part of Voss's talk that goes up the hill.
You know what? I'm rooting for you.
I got it.
How about that? I'm rooting for Rich Voss today. Go ahead, Rich.
When you go for a colonoscopy.
All right. Very good.
When you go for can they see prostate cancer when you're going for that too?
No.
Do you know?
Because
they can't. It's not in your prostate. It's not in your asshole. Your prostate.
Yeah, I saw.
Well, that's where the finger goes.
Yeah, but they feel it through the.
They feel the wall and they
through
can feel
the wall of your intestine,
Oh.
like your.
That was one of the faux pas I made yesterday. You're going in the colon, but you feel the wall, and you can feel if there's something going on the other side of the wall. Basically, yes.
It's like if you ever stick your thumb up a chick's ass and your index finger, and you can kind of rub your fingers together.
Like, hello.
See, it's like that. You're not really feeling your thumb, but you can feel your thumb is there.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you
kind of like that.
You call her a chick, I call her my sister. But listen.
All right. So do I.
So if you get
finger
to
pop your sister.
Here's the thing, if you got
is that what he was saying?
And then he goes,
Well,
that's
you're the one who
exactly
said
what he was
it.
saying.
If you have a prostate check,
Yeah.
how many, say 4 years ago, 3 years ago?
I thought you were going to say how many fingers can you take?
At your age, every year you should be getting a finger in your ass.
Really?
Yep.
Because I've been pissing a lot at night, and isn't that, I see those
I don't know,
commercials.
not pissing too much.
Sometimes you could have a swollen prostate? It's fine.
Here's what you got to do.
Other times it could be the sign of a serious problem.
See your doctor. You got to blow loads. You got to blow a lot of loads. That's very healthy for your prostate, by the way. Is
really?
Blowing a lot of loads. Yeah. You got to keep that fucking thing from, rusting.
You're saying, orgasms. You're blowing.
Yeah, you got to get that
got to do with
shit
your
out.
Holy
Holy shit.
I thought that was your nuts that fucking do all that shit.
Do you know what?
What?
Do you know what the prostate does? You're a guy should know what every part of his fucking body does.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know what the prostate is?
No, it's fucking somewhere.
Where do you think that clear shit comes from before you fucking shoot a load? Where do you think that lubey clear shit?
The next booth.
All right. Rich comes back.
What are you talking about?
The prostate
Yeah.
makes semen. It makes the clear shit. Your nuts produce the sperm, which gives it the white look to it. But that's actually just a fuckload of little swimmy sperm cells. They mix together right before it's shot out your cock. It makes a little fucking cocktail there, mixes the sperm cells together with the semen, the clear shit, which is, your pre-cum. That comes from the prostate.
Oh, it's like when you're trying to get like a violet color, so you take the main blue paint.
Right, and you mix it together. Or it's like that toothpaste that comes in the tube with the two separate ones, and you squeeze it out, and then they're together. Aquafresh. It's like Aquafresh out of your cock.
So
more so in your case because it goes in your mouth too.
So here's the deal.
Yes, sir.
If you don't have kids anymore or whatever, you don't really need your prostate then.
Ooh, no, I do.
Sorry.
I do believe there's a hormonal thing that takes place with the prostate. I think it's pretty important to that. I know people that have I don't know people, but I know medically, if you've had a prostatectomy, which is like pretty bad. That's when they just take the fucker out because it's so fucked up. That there could be big problems with
bonage.
You can't get a boner.
Bonage, no more bonage.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
So,
oh fuck.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
nothing to fuck with. You gotta get that finger. You gotta get that finger in your ass.
When was the last time you did the finger in the ass?
When was the finger in your ass, Tim?
From a doctor?
From a doctor.
Bonnie, her whole fucking fist.
Well, while she's in there, ask her if there's any bumps on the wall. That's what we're looking for, I guess.
Oh fuck! I'm going back in again.
Yeah, you should. Why not?
What do you do it?
Yeah. Well, not on purpose.
No, I mean, do you go?
I tell the story. I went in for strep throat. Next thing you know, I got fingers on my ass.
Yeah. They don't fuck around anymore. They kind of look at that and just go like, well,
And it was and let's just put it this way. It was a bad day to have a finger up my ass.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus.
The doctor I tell the story. The doctor got his lab coat stuck on the door trying to get out. And he had the finger that he was supposed to use for the doorknob, the hand, had the finger up in the air with just it was just horrendous. Oh. So he was stuck and couldn't get out of the freaking examining room, and I'm half naked. I had to hop over to the door and help him out. It was
That's
awful.
part two of it. That's when they pull the finger out your ass after feeling your prostate.
Well, they got smeared on a slide.
And then they smear what's left on a slide and see if there's any blood in your stool or any kind of shit like that.
But that could be from hemorrhoids too. If there's blood in your stool.
Well, they know.
They know that shit.
Like based on
that's why they went to school.
When they smeared on that fucking thing, they could kind of tell. Steroids. And if they're pushing their finger up your ass and they got to get through a gravel pit before they get in there, he'll know you have hemorrhoids.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to Cody in Indiana. Cody.
Hey, I do believe that Voss is the first man to ever receive the sex talk after having 3 kids.
Yeah. I'm telling Voss about the birds and the bees and his prostate.
Could you please point me out to the band Stefrans?
Very good, sir. Very good. All right, here's the Obama song. Right. What is it called again? Obama something.
No one's as Irish as Barack Obama.
And we're acknowledging that this song is horrendous.
It's fucking terrible.
Oh, this is bad right away.
O'Leary, O'Reilly, O'Hare and O'Hara. There's no one as Irish as Barack Obama. You don't believe me, I hear you say. But Barrett's as Irish as was JFK.
His granddaddy's daddy came from Monaco, a small Irish village, well known to you all. Tooraloo, 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 tooralama.
Tooraloo, tooralama.
Tooralama.
Tooralama, and then he says Obama.
Well, how would you rhyme it?
I would say Tooraloo, Tooraloo,
Laker.
Woo.
As Irish as Barack Obama. He's as Irish as bacon and cabbage and stew. He's Hawaiian, he's Kenyan, American.
This is just awful.
Horrendous.
Did they say he was as Irish as bacon?
Kenyan,
Yeah.
American too. He's in the White House. He took his chance. Now let's see Barack.
There's a dick in his pants.
Tooraloo, 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 tooralama. There's no one as Irish as Barack Obama.
Barack Obama. Boy, they are shoehorning the fuck out of that song, aren't they?
Is this making the rounds for real, Danny?
Dude, I'm serious.
It's everywhere?
Well, it's not everywhere, but someone showed it to me yesterday, and it's already 750,000 hits.
This is going to be played. It's places, you know it, and not
only, and that's just the original. Then you got people doing like their own,
of course, they're
singing
doing
along.
it.
'Cause
Yes.
It's like karaoke styles, and so if you add it all up, I mean, it's well over.
From Kerry and Cork to Old Donegal, let's hear it for Barack from Old Donegal. From the lakes of Killarney to Old Connemara, there's no one as Irish as Barack Obama. O'Reilly, O'Hare and O'Hara, there's no one as Irish as Barack
Obama.
We can't. We got a bell. It's horrendous.
Can't take any more of that.
I'm not going to be offended. If
It's horrendous.
Makes you hate music.
Music on the whole. Just every type of music sucks
I don't want to hear
now.
music ever again because of that.
Why don't we do this? We'll take
Right in the garbage.
Yeah.
That went right. Danny
course.
tossed it right in the
Just toss
garbage.
that right next to my career.
That's doing better than the garbage.
That's not one for the archive, I don't think.
No. Why don't we take a quick break?
People are begging to hear the Cars for Kids song to wash their palate.
One thing I missed from the old joint. The Cars for Kids. We'll take a quick break. It's 47th and Madison. We'll be there starting at 8 o'clock, broadcasting live. I do believe the doors open around 7:30, 7:45, somewhere around there. You got the tribute band, 2U, going to be on hand. You got Voss and Colin Quinn's meeting us at the joint.
Is he?
Yeah, he's joining the broadcast today.
Why
so.
not?
All right, quick break. We'll do a little more live radio here, and then we'll start heading down to Connolly's to hang out with everybody today. Opie and Anthony. La, 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 la. Toodly-doo, toodly-doo. La, 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 la.
I'm toodly doing.
Oh, yeah, Black 47.
This is a day for the toodly-doo thing. I gotta remember to take the toodly-doo.
Opie and Anthony, Rich Voss. Toodly-doodly-doodly-doo. We're doing our live broadcast at 47th and Madison, Connolly. Doors open at like 7:30, 7:40, somewhere around there. We'll be broadcasting live at 8 o'clock, so we're going to do a little more radio here, and then we're going to head out.
We're going to go down over there. Then we're over there now.
It's like the old days, broadcasting from all over the place.
Yeah.
And this weekend, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Richie. Richie Voss, everybody.
I'll be at the Arlington Cinema Draft House this weekend in Arlington, Virginia.
What?
You're going to say the Arlington Cemetery when you first said
right.
yeah, the Arlington Cemetery. I'm afraid of people rushing me on stage, punching me again.
I told you, remember that time I was in here saying I want to get a laser, the taser gun or whatever?
You want to get a taser?
Yeah.
That would have been perfect.
You want to get a lightsaber? What do you need?
A taser.
A taser?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you could tase the audience, though.
If they're coming at you for self-defense, right?
Well, it depends on the laws of where you are. Some places like New York, you're not allowed to carry a taser.
Yeah, you're not going to... That ain't going to go over well. You're going to horrify everybody.
That'd be funny.
Guy's going to be flopping around like a fish on the floor.
Would be funny.
What a fucking
You're going
closing
to continue.
bit.
That would be great.
You're going to continue your set. Come on.
A stun gun you're talking about. A taser would be great, though, because then you can nail them as they're sitting at their tables.
Yeah, the stun
They
gun.
won't even have to come up to you.
Right.
You just, as one guy just eating a chicken wing and you fucking nail him. Or hit his cunt wife next to him or something.
Let's say hi to Cleveland. It's Rob, everybody. The hometown of LeBron.
Hey there, Rab.
What up, Rob?
Hey, not much. Listen, I listen to you guys. I'm about a week behind because of Audible, my work schedule.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at the dentist chair yesterday getting a root canal on the nitrous and everything. The David and Bobo show comes on. I now have stitches. It's the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Wow.
Yeah, I liked the last David and Bobo show with the little Stalker Patty thrown in.
Oh, it was fantastic.
We're going to give those guys one more run. I don't know when, though. Maybe Friday. We'll see.
Yeah, but we got, oh, Jesus Christ, I probably heard that more than anybody else.
You know, we were supposed to do that for like 10 minutes, maybe 15, and that
It was
thing
just
went
so
like
funny.
half hour 40. We just kept it going.
Why, Bobo? What do you think, Bobo? What do you think about that, Bobo?
Yeah. Well, the David and Bobo will be at the big St. Patrick's Day live broadcast.
Did anyone ask for you to come in?
No, they did.
I know.
It's a bit
I
they
know.
do.
I know. It's hysterical.
Just to drive me nuts, they do that. Every time they mention David, they go, they're talking about
They're
you. You got to
talking
go
about
in
you.
there.
Go in.
And then he awkwardly walks in and, you know.
It's so uncomfortable when
It
he
really
walks
is.
in.
Because we don't want him.
we could see if he could do the bagpipe thing to join our bagpipe band.
Oh, let me see how this sounds. We do need another wow wow, so I can toodly do.
Nice. Look, he's got a green shirt on. How cute. What's up, David?
Got money on it. Go figure.
David, is your radio partner going to be at the big broadcast at Connolly's?
Bobo?
So he better show up.
Why with the mic?
I don't know which is which anymore. That should be it. Go ahead.
I hope so. He better show up. I'd
He
like him
better.
to be there.
You would like him to be
Yeah.
there.
He's my co-host. Sure, I would want him.
You don't really
He's your
like him.
co-host. It's your show.
He doesn't really like Bobo.
Oh, he doesn't?
No. You don't like Bobo.
Got a new haircut. He looks cute.
Everyone's talking about how great the David and Bobo show is.
Yeah, that last one was a Lulu.
And I heard you marched out of here on Friday right after the broadcast because you were upset.
I was sad for Bobo.
Why were you sad for Bobo?
He was very upset, and he was like going to cry, and he was very upset, Bobo.
Why?
Bobo was upset because someone stole his wallet.
Yeah, one of these animals took his wallet.
Are you
Friday.
shitting me?
I forgot
we
to bring
don't
this
have
up on the
confirmation
air.
that it was stolen, but he lost his
It was
wallet.
stolen. So it fell on the floor and someone grabbed it.
He was very upset.
We ripped
so-
this place apart on Friday for
Yeah.
Bobo's wallet.
Who the fuck would take Bobo's wallet?
We had a huge crowd here, and it fell out somewhere, and someone's got it.
Who the fuck would take his wallet?
How about you mail back?
scumbag.
How about you mail back the kid's wallet? He's really bummed out.
Oh,
Yeah, he was very
what
upset.
a scumbag move. Oh, people. Just fuck yourselves. Ugh. You invite people up here to fucking hang out and watch the show, and some douchebag's got to take the poor little fucker's wallet?
Someone has to have it because we ripped this joint apart, or the guys did. Right?
He probably
Sam?
got home and went, oh, I found it was in my other pocket.
No. I felt sorry for the kid. His whole life is just his,
In that wallet.
It's just his wallet and being a Mets fan.
Yeah.
That's all. And he rides a bus, right?
I like to go
Or
to
the
Shea
train.
Stadium, but it costs too much money.
So we'll talk to Bobo later about his stolen wallet.
I hope he comes. He might be too afraid to show up.
No, come on. The crowd is looking forward to meeting David and Bobo.
I know.
He's
Yeah?
coming?
Oh, he is.
All right.
Okay, I hope so.
Hi, Bobo.
How's your intern reviews coming? That's
I
tomorrow.
heard about that assignment. Yeah, it's coming
You
very
heard about it? It's your assignment.
I heard
Yeah.
something about that. It's your assignment, Tunce. So what is it? What does that entail?
It entails me reviewing all the interns and giving them like grades.
Oh.
That's tomorrow.
Well, that's nice.
And a couple of these interns will punch him in the face.
It's more than that, though. Like I have to say what are their strengths and what are their weaknesses.
Now, how do you know?
Strengths
Like, how do
and
you know
weaknesses.
what the strengths and weaknesses are? You will then have to have seen them at work and know what they do and if they're doing it right. How could you have done that and perform your duties as an intern?
That's the challenge that I'm faced with right now.
He's a fucking
That's
riot.
not. No, the challenge you're faced with is brain damage.
He's leaving the house.
Yeah.
That's a challenge, but it's coming together nice for tomorrow?
Yeah.
You a little scared about David's review on you?
Jill?
You think? Yeah. Yeah.
Jill, are you going to show up tomorrow to be reviewed? Yeah, you're going to come in?
How about you talking to Mike?
She's the executive intern, so, you know.
Yeah.
We took your title away. You're not happy about that, are you, David?
I'm reviewing, giving reviews to all the interns tomorrow and grading them, and I'm asking if you're going to show up for your review.
It's like when the two Bobs showed up at Office Space. What exactly do you do here?
I wasn't planning on it. Should I come in, David?
Are you intimidated
I'm executive
by David?
intern, but I feel like you've got more authority.
Yeah, wow.
Well, that's why he's doing the reviews
And
tomorrow.
he's doing the reviews, so even though you might be, above him as far as an intern goes, he still can assess your work and say if you're doing a good enough job.
That's fair.
Who's getting reviewed tomorrow, Sam? Because he's only doing the ones that are here tomorrow. Then maybe we'll do it on Friday for the rest of the guys.
Yeah, Paul has said. I told Paul he should be here because Paul needs to be reviewed. I'm not sure. Is Scott coming in tomorrow? Who are you reviewing tomorrow, David?
Well, I'd like to review Paul. I don't know if he's going to show up, but I'd like to review Paul.
Oh, Paul is, by the way, he is the superstar of the whole staff, and no one knows it yet. Paul,
Yeah.
I know. See, thumbs up from Danny, and I know it too, Paul. And I hear Ronnie and Fezzi are working you a little bit now.
They're gunning for him?
Yeah, they're aware.
That's what happens.
It's not true.
This is the real superstar of the whole freaking lot of them.
It's not true.
Sam? Oh, because you're David's guy. I forgot.
David is the superstar here.
But you were the one who told me over the weekend.
I did. That's not true either.
That he's the star of the whole batch.
Don't listen to him, Paul.
We're going to lose him to Ron and Fez. That happens to everybody.
I did win the Beanie Cup last week. I don't mean to brag.
Wow. See, you know what it is?
If you Brockovich on Ron and Fez. Thank you, Ron.
Anyone who's on our show that wants to be treated nicely goes over to Ron and Fez
Right.
if they have any talent whatsoever. They're treated nicely.
And then everyone forgets that these guys starred on our show.
on our show being treated like shit.
Right.
I've won 2 Beanie Cups. It's not a big deal. David is the
you won
star.
2?
Yes, I've won 2
How
Beanie
many did
Cups.
David win?
David?
David doesn't need to do Ron and Fez.
No. David has been banned from what I hear from even being in the building when Ron and Fez are on. Is this true?
It was true, yes.
Yeah. You're not even allowed to look at Ronnie, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You're not even allowed to look into the studio.
Correct.
And this is because...
You can't be in eyesight of Ronnie B.
Correct, yes.
Right.
Because you stood out by the glass staring at him like some kind of a madman.
Right.
He just agrees with it.
It's a bit he does for Ron and Fez.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thanks, Sam. I didn't... a bit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, then that's funny.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the point of it. It was supposed to be funny.
I didn't realize there was levels of internship.
Oh,
I
my
didn't-
God.
there's
The
levels.
pecking order and hierarchy that goes on with these interns, it's amazing.
It's like people all sitting the bench going, who's better at sitting the bench?
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's being the star intern is kind of like being the smartest retard. It really means nothing.
Like, I don't even, and don't take this wrong or personal, but you look like you should already be on your way in life to a career. Like you're an older looking guy. Like
older looking guy.
Yeah, how old are you?
28.
You're 28.
I already have a career.
Oh, you do? So what? Doing what? Like, I mean, why?
He's a superstar. He's trying to do a little something else with his life, but
What?
he's very successful. Him
Oh, you are?
and his family. Yes.
Yeah, I've run my family business for the last 12 years or so. It's just trying
Selling
to move on, something
cocaine,
new.
crystal meth.
I know,
What do you-
really.
I got out of that a few years ago.
It's like
We work
fixing Harleys and fucking selling crystal meth.
Picking
As a
garages in
side job?
Philly to cook out of.
you can figure out what he does for a living and what the family business is by just looking at him. I think.
I would think it's some kind of thing to do with motorcycles.
All right.
I
Wait,
would
wait,
do
no,
that
no,
for fun.
Don't, Rich, what do you think? Looking at him.
I don't know, intimidating Jews to move out of the neighborhood.
He's got too much hair for that.
Tattooing or something to do with music, or it can't be tattooing because he has no
Look
tattoos.
at you. You're all over the place. Don't make it sound like you know what it is.
I'm trying to
you could
fucking
rattle off
profile
80
him.
fucking
Look,
things.
I'm narrowing it down.
He's
You
got
a profile.
He's got the burly goatee. He grows it in a little more than most people. He's got the long hair. He's got the bandana on his head. What do you think he does?
They're a Grateful Dead tribute band.
That's a good answer. As soon as I found out, I'm like, of course.
That's why I was thinking biker.
Of course.
Yeah, I would
with
think
biker,
but they don't have any tattoos. He doesn't have any tattoos. You can't. What kind of biker would have no tattoos?
You don't know.
Right here,
You
right
can't
here.
see. He's got tats.
Paul, why don't you tell everyone what you do? What's the family business?
I run a seafood business out on Long Island.
See, it's so obvious. He's a fish guy.
He does look like Captain Morgan or what? I mean,
Captain Morgan,
fisherman or whatever the fuck.
Gordon's a Gloucester fisherman or something.
He looked like a fish.
He looks like somebody that should have drowned on the Andrea Gale. You really do.
Actually, my family knew those guys.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
See, I figured they would.
Yep. It's a whore's business.
It's
Everybody
a very
knows
small,
everybody.
it's a very small collection of people. Oh, well, then sorry about, Bobby,
I didn't know
Bobby
him. I don't give a
Shatford and the rest of them.
But the family business.
I read that book. Listen,
the family business does very well.
Okay, matey, but here's
supplying everybody on Long Island. Do you supply FH?
No.
We might have to talk.
We'll talk later. I'll bring a thing tomorrow.
We'll talk.
Can you give me seafood? Get me a
Fishmonger.
deal? You can give me a deal on fucking king crab legs?
Yeah, they're a little expensive.
Well, that's why I was just saying, can you give me a deal? I know they're fucking expensive.
Deal.
I don't want to.
Basically, he looked at you, Rich, and said, even after the deal, it's still going to be too expensive for you.
No, I'm a fucking
probably will
headliner.
be.
I'm at Arlington, Virginia.
You want good ones, or you want the ones that you get at shitty places?
No, I want the big thing. The fucking
Yeah,
the
that's
big
gonna
ones,
cost
not
you.
the little ones. The
Is
big
there
crab legs.
anything fucking better than pulling that goddamn big crab leg shit out that
Yeah,
shell?
putting it
and
in your
eat-
mouth, stupid.
It's
Tasting it.
so goddamn good.
I'm not-
I was getting to that point. I was just touching on a little bit of everything.
I'm not a big crab guy myself.
No,
not really.
Oh, they're better than lobster. Way
Yep,
better than lobster.
that's what I think.
Lobster's disgusting. It's
Although,
overrated.
lobster tails are good.
A little soft shell is good.
Oh,
soft shell
that's the
crab.
No, that's fucking
I love-
twisted. It's
Are
like
you
you're eating
crazy?
a whole real crab.
That's fucking Bonnie says.
You feel like you feel like you're eating a fetus.
Bonnie,
Yeah.
says, Bonnie says not only are you eating the fucking crab, you're eating his house.
You're just crunching down on everything that's supposed to turn into something.
Oh, and that fucking the green shit. That's the shit, right? The green stuff in the soft shell crab. The green stuff.
That's
Soft shell crabs, I don't remember. But I know in lobster, it's basically the egg sack and, the shit.
And then there's that stupid thing that looks like carrots. It's like a couple of carrots.
That's
and
actually
they're just vomiting.
That's actually the green shit cooked. It turns orange.
It turns orange.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's dead.
I like a nice clean lobster tail. That's it. I don't want to be sitting there prying open the body. And some people are like, no, you can eat the whole thing. Why are you just stuck it on the head?
Yeah.
You should pull the legs out and eat the elbows.
Yeah, if you're
And
Daryl
fucking-
Hannah. And
Yeah,
fucking,
exactly. Just take a bite out of it.
The individual fingers, I call them. Those. Why bother? How much meat are you getting out of those things?
And the claw doesn't even taste half as good as
No,
the
the
tail.
claw's pretty fucking good, though.
Not like the tail, though.
No, the tail's the best part.
It's all in the way you cook it, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
The,
see?
the,
Fucking pro over here.
wrist of the claw is really good.
Oh, yeah, that is good. The knuckle. The
When you get a little too high up on the claw, it's not as good.
I don't mind that
Hey.
when it pulls out and it looks like the claw still.
Something else has happened here. David, he hijacked your appearance on the Opie and Anthony
What
show.
happened?
Paul's doing a very good job for us. We're discussing seafood here.
Yes, he's doing a good job. I'm just going over with Sam the different interns that I'll be reviewing tomorrow.
All right.
Is this are you gonna come in and wing it, or are you gonna write
No,
shit
this
down?
kid doesn't wing shit.
No, I'm going to come in and I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to have my
Oh.
notes. I'm going to know the grades and I'm going to know their strengths, their weaknesses, and my reviews.
He was told to write everything, write reviews.
Yes, write reviews.
Yes,
down.
write them.
And you know what? Can we set up the studio nice tomorrow where David has his nice seat, maybe a desk in front of him,
It
like
should
he's
be
the
like a little
boss?
desk, right?
Yeah.
They should be all sitting on the couch.
And then we'll have each
nervously.
we'll have each intern knock on the door, and then David goes, "All right, come on in. Let's do the whole thing tomorrow."
Like the boss.
Yes. David, you need a tie tomorrow. You're the boss.
And a visor
Okay,
hat.
I'll bring my tie. Okay.
All right. You want these guys to dress up for their review too?
Yes, of course.
What an asshole.
We joke, but he's gonna be a perfect boss someday.
Oh, is he gonna be the boss?
He's gonna be the guy that we have
God.
to attempt to listen to.
He's
You're gonna be the
such
next
a
one.
character. He is.
Yeah.
He is
All
the
right.
reason for anti-Semitism, but he's such a character. He really is.
That's not. He's shaking his head. That's not true. He said.
I know. All right, listen, we got to move on. Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Paul, we'll get to know you a little
Okay.
more.
All right.
That was a good introduction. 47th and Madison today. We're going to be at Connolly's for our big St. Patrick's Day broadcast, doing something a little different today, starting here. Going to break it a little while, and then we're going to walk over there and start our broadcast around 8 o'clock. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice.
Voss is coming. David and Bobo will be there. Colin Quinn stopping by. 2U will be performing. It's going to be good.
Yeah,
It's
gonna have a good time, fun on St. Patty's Day. I want a little Guinness.
Why don't you?
I don't know when I'm gonna start though. I can't start drinking it's so goddamn early.
Why don't you throw out the first Guinness right now, man?
You know something?
We got a Guinness to throw out.
No, not here.
You're allowed to throw out the first Guinness here.
Well, I'd rather there because it's on
a
tap.
bar and stuff.
Yeah, I like it on tap like that.
You can drink green beer today.
Look, it's on the parade route. We don't bump into her. She might burn somebody's clothes. Oops. They're all wearing green carnations there.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
All right. A couple things before we move on. We're going to play Jim Norton's set from Leno last night, by the way, as we go to break in a few minutes. Speaking of Leno, he got the big exclusive with Obama. Obama's doing
what
Leno.
the fuck?
Is he doing it for his new show? The 10 o'clock show?
Wouldn't you have saved it for that? If I was him, I would have kept it for that.
This Thursday. Oh, all right. Leno's got Obama Thursday. Wow.
It's his schedule,
That's pretty fucking cool.
Damn. And I think I heard him last night saying I think it's the first sitting president that's ever done a talk show.
What about Clinton and stuff on Arsenio and all
Clinton,
that?
But
he wasn't
that was
president.
Before. Yeah, that was before.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Didn't Nixon do
Yeah, it's called a movie.
Ronan Martin's Laughing, Sock It To Me?
Was he
not really
was he a candidate or was
talk
he
show?
Was he the big man at that?
Might have been the honcho at that point.
Yeah,
maybe the vice honcho.
We'll do a little research, find out. But that's a huge get for Leno.
That is a biggie.
Do you think he had an audition? Do you think Obama had to send a tape?
Pre-interview and that whole thing?
We don't know if you're right.
Yeah.
Can you change this around, like your stimulus package?
Mr. Pupkin, we'll send someone around when we think you're ready. Here's your tape. I'll just wait. I'll wait here.
Leno should just say, your next comedian. Imagine they do a total twist and make Obama do stand-up.
Do stand-up and he kills.
And he's not allowed to go to the couch afterwards.
He just got to wave and leave.
He's just starting out in comedy.
White people.
Danny found something that is worth playing before we head to the big live broadcast. The elderly porn dude. I don't know this one, so you got to help me through this.
Yeah, that's no big deal. In Japan, obviously,
the hand can be used as a knife.
Isn't this a guy we've talked about before? Or we saw a couple of his videos.
No, I don't know. I think this is actually a different guy. I know there was a story about an older gentleman over the summer, but this is a guy who is now being referenced as the Japan's elderly porno king, because I guess the oldest guy, who was in his 80s or something, he died.
Poor
and so now
fella.
this gentleman has now claimed title of
Tubman,
elderly Japanese elderly porn king.
And what does that mean? What kind
very
of porn
honorable
does he do?
Elderly porn.
But I mean, is it like he's banging old broads, or does he bang young?
I think he's banging everybody, but I think I think he's trying to they are catering to an older market. So they're, he's old and he's banging older women, and they're selling it to the older crowd.
God, we've talked about this a bunch. They are into some weird shit over there in Japan.
Oh man, their porno is twisted.
Yeah, this guy's a hero over there, I guess, huh?
Yeah, he was like
what's his name?
Some flight
He's
attendant.
probably like some wild porn guy. He's probably got 4 inches.
Yeah. Look how he's hung. Wow.
Meet Shigeo Takuda. He looks like any other Tokyo man in his mid-70s. But after his main rival passed away at the age of 90, Mr. Takuda has become Japan's undisputed king of elderly hardcore porn. Since retirement, this former travel agent has starred in more than 300 sex movies, with titles like Forbidden Elderly Care.
Elderly people have a lot of time on their hands. Therefore, I think that their boundaries are getting wider in various ways. And I would like to energize them a lot.
What? Elderly sex film sales have also been energized. Mature porn, almost unheard of in Japan a decade ago, now accounts for between 20 to 30% of sales at the country's leading X-rated stores.
I think it's because Japan has become an aging society.
Yeah, that's it. The people are getting older. They don't want the fucking schoolgirl skirts anymore.
Yeah, right? That's the dude?
Yeah. Look! Oh my God! It's Mr. Miyagi,
old porn dude.
Hey, Daniel-san, and then the old bag lady.
Wax on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they couldn't show any in the news story that I saw. They couldn't show any, hardcore clips or anything. So
No.
all I got to see was him like spreading some old Japanese lady's toes apart, and he's like sniffing them and like talking.
Just a creep.
Smells like sweet and sour soup.
I killed my brother.
Hot garbage. Hot garbage and sizzling.
Oh, well, good for him. What are you going to do?
That's great. And not watch it?
Yeah.
That sounds like the most unsexy porno. It doesn't even sound funny. Like you watch it and kind of laugh.
And go tee-hee.
It's not even tee-hee porno.
Not at all.
And no pictures there, Danny, of him in action?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for now.
Is that him fucking some woman from behind?
It's not full body, but
yeah,
I'm sure he gets to it eventually.
You got a little.
She's kind of good looking.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
girl.
Wow, the young broad. Look at her.
She's got one of
big
those
boobies.
She looks like she would hold her hand up to her mouth and go. Like Go-Go in fucking Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, she's hot too. Porn doesn't really do it. I need some good porns.
Like what? What's
I
your
don't
good
know.
porn?
We just got.
Wow, that's
Here's how you hold up the breast.
He's behind some girl who's in the lotus position, I believe, holding her tits up.
Yeah, he's banging the young broads. Wow, that looks like a doll. Japanese doll or
that
something.
bad?
She's pretty hot. What are you talking
Not bad
about?
at all.
I'm not into Asian girls per se.
You got to mix a little of the Asian
yeah,
with
yeah.
something else.
You mix it with
now
something
you're
else.
Talking, right, Danny?
Yeah. You're right.
I've
Yeah.
seen mixes, very exotic looking.
You got to mix them.
Half Korean, half Dutch. Go with it.
Yeah?
Oh,
Korean
boy,
and
yeah.
Dutch?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How many part? Half and half, 50-50 mix? Or you need a little ratio?
It was a girl I went to college with, and I was so out of my league.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. She was already like dating 30-year-olds and stuff, and I was just starting to get into my sex life, and it was just a disaster.
And you went out with her? She cut you a play?
I was like, it was like, she was one of those girls that, as soon as you started going out with them, you knew you were just like riding a Bronco and just trying to hold on for dear life, and I knew like I'd be like just discovered as the fraud I was at the time.
Stay on for 8 seconds.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous. This girl knew way too much at her age. Oof. Way too much. I was just discovering the whole thing.
That's fucking intimidating.
And then she moved on to like some 30-year-old in town that was just, knew what he was doing.
Oh, she was just talking about the poor kid she had been banging before that.
Probably.
Oh, this poor kid.
My pimples were still fading away, and this chick was like, she already knew 100 positions.
The whole Kama Sutra. She's running through that.
I was just excited.
Jumping on missionary.
Awkwardly crawled on her. And
I was just excited to try to get some missionary done, yeah.
Could you guide it in? I'm not sure where the hole is.
Like I rub off the pimple cream at the last second.
You got 4 strands of hair above your fucking balls.
It was just like, I just was so out of my league.
Straight
so
fine
out
hair.
of my league. And just the stress of trying to hold on because she was beautiful. Nothing, no way. There's no fucking way on that one.
No.
God, she was like an aerobic instructor. She was already into yoga and all this like crazy stuff. Oh, it was ridiculous.
I was with the hottest black chick. I mean, she was like light. You look at her. She was like, and
out of your league, right?
Yeah, way. I mean,
see,
way.
I think everyone can relate to that.
I've had a couple of them, but this one was really out of my league.
and you want to hang in there.
And she was black, so I was already intimidated. Right.
Yeah.
And I came quick no matter what because I've already said something here because it would be so far in between sex for me at that age that it would all build up. How many fucking butter rolls are you gonna fuck until you get some real pussy? And then I remember one night I fucked her. I came so quick, and I go, "Oh, look, I'm sorry." She goes, "It really doesn't matter because you're not big enough anyhow." Basically, she said that to you.
At least you shot your load before she said that, because then you could just be like, "Well,
because some fucking black dude that oh God."
She said, "It's all right. I already stole your wallet."
And she took me out one night to like some tough black. I mean, I already knew all the black dudes, and I grew up in the town. I grew up in that neighborhood. But I went to one of these bars that even I walked in with her, and the stares, and it was just like,
Otis, my man. like when they walked in an Animal House,
just intimidating. Do you think I don't think guys intimidate girls the way girls intimidate guys.
I don't know, because we're not chicks.
I don't know, but...
I mean, they could certainly intimidate us at times.
All the time.
All the time.
Well, no, I mean, back in the day when you were awkward and
Not
stuff.
a fatty.
Right.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
All
should-
right. We got to head out. But really fast, we were supposed to play this yesterday. We ran out of show. But Joe Biden, I really think this guy will not make a second term with Obama. I don't think Obama really wanted the Biden.
They're going to have to trade him in.
But Obama knew he needed old white guy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He wanted young hip guy like himself, but that wasn't going to fly with the American public. So he stuck with Biden, and Biden's just he's giving us some good stuff. Listen to this.
Hey, Mr. Chairman, how are you?
That's him saying, give me a fucking break.
He said that?
Oh,
give me a fucking break.
Yeah, the mic was on. He had no clue. So you can see it when Biden and Obama are together. Obama's like,
there's nothing there between those two.
Obama's like, oh my god, this guy's gonna blow it all for me.
I needed you on the ticket.
Yeah.
But now, could you just shut your fucking mouth?
Send him off to Siberia.
You know.
Yeah, have him just do some silly stuff.
Be
around
like
the world.
Cheney was for the last year of the Bush presidency, where he just disappeared and he showed up in a fucking wheelchair for the inauguration. That was it. Now I don't know where he is. He's hooked up to some fucking machine. His head's in a jar like Futurama. He's just fucking.
He was all over the Sunday talk shows on TV.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, they had an exclusive interview. His first interview after leaving.
Is he?
Well, they put a bunch of makeup on him. He looked fine.
Is he bashing Obama? Is that what he's doing?
Of course he is.
Because that was a very taboo thing to do for the people in the former administration, president, vice president, to badmouth the new guy.
They usually shut their mouths for a few years.
Until Carter piped up and started bashing Bush.
Right.
And then Clinton was doing the same thing. And now the Republicans, Cheney, is bashing Obama. So now it's just a bash fest. They don't care.
But Bush isn't bashing Obama. But didn't Clinton bash...
Bush?
Who
Yeah.
do you?
Yeah, he bashed Bush, all right.
Who do you think was our toughest president? UFC rules.
UFC rules during the presidency or during their peak?
You can't really. You got to remember all of them in office because obviously you kind of remember Reagan as an old, really old, just not knowing what's going on.
Fool.
Yeah. So you put all the presidents in office at the same time in their prime. Who is the UFC
That's
champ?
it. I have a question though. Is it in their prime? Is it? Do they have it? Does it have to be the time they were in office, or could it be like Reagan from the 50s?
No. They have to be in office.
It has to be during the time they're in office.
Toughest on what issues?
UFC rules.
Oh, UFC rules.
Just kicking ass.
They're in the. They're in the cage.
Lincoln has fucking.
Kennedy had a
Lincoln's
bad
got
back.
a reach.
Oh, he did?
Oh yeah,
Kennedy sucked.
Kennedy was a lover, not a fighter.
Reagan would take out Kennedy.
Yeah. I think Reagan.
Who was our toughest president?
First term Reagan probably had a good punch. Lincoln, a hell of a reach, I think.
Pretty tall, too.
Tall.
Oh, tough
got
to get
the
around that
fucking
neck
reach.
of his.
Yeah, very hard to get up on him. Taft, fat, big.
You're not going to move him around.
Yeah.
In that cage.
Wow, that's a tough question.
Oh, my God. Why?
Truman, because nobody's going to hit a guy in a wheelchair.
No, but it's UFC, man. Those guys.
Truman wasn't in a wheelchair. You fucking idiot.
Who was it?
Teddy.
Yeah. Roosevelt.
Well, I knew it was one
Franklin
of the two.
Delano Roosevelt.
I knew it was one of the two.
He was in a wheelchair.
FDR, right?
And
oh wait. How many? There was two Roosevelts. Right?
Holy
there was.
shit!
Oh, you're
Yes.
right. There was two. There was
Teddy
Franklin,
bully,
Roosevelt.
bully.
One.
Oh my God! Let me go to the phones. They're lit.
Oh my God! I love this.
Let's go to Brad in Atlanta. Brad.
Morning, boys. Toughest president, Andrew Jackson, had 2 bullets in him, took an assassin's gun away, then beat the shit out of him with his cane.
Holy shit! That's tough.
Andrew Jackson
That's
was
a tough guy.
He was a badass.
Yeah.
Later, boys.
He dueled, right?
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson was
they
the one that dueled, right?
They were like.
He did a little dueling.
Back then, the gunplay was nothing to those guys. They didn't care. They beat the shit out of you.
All right, we got a couple more coming in. Amon, it looks like, Tennessee. What's up, Amon?
It's Eamon, but anyway.
Eamon, all right.
Horseman, man. He
all the stuff he did by himself. Got on the daggone boat, went across the river.
Potomac.
beat the shit out of all the-
George Washington?
He was a badass dude.
I don't know.
George Washington?
Yeah.
He wasn't rowing the boat. He just stood up.
Clinton was a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah.
Kennedy had the horrendous back. Bush Sr.
Bush Sr. I don't know.
Carter,
He didn't look like
please.
Carter, you just kick his ass.
Please.
All over the place.
This is a good one. This could be up there. Jared in Boston. Jared.
Hey, yo. I'm going to say LBJ. He's a kind of older, barrel-chested Texas dude.
Yeah.
He's like a grumpy old fuck.
You know something? You reminded me, though, maybe Eisenhower. Dwight Eisenhower was a fucking badass.
He was a bit older, though. When he was in
but he was
office.
older. That's true. That's true. He was older, but he would scrap. I bet, though.
Yeah. I think John in Michigan. This might be a surprise. This might be right up there.
That's true, John.
John.
Gerald Ford. He was University of Michigan starting linebacker.
Yeah, football player.
Football
big
player.
guy, but he was a little feeble. I think you could really fake him out in the octagon.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth.
Zach Taylor then.
Nixon would be a nightmare. One bop to that nose of his, he's bleeding like a motherfucker.
Forget about it. He's a bleeder.
He's a bleeder. Let's say hi to Joe in Nebraska. Joe.
Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt would kick all their ass.
You know, Teddy Roosevelt was a badass motherfucker, charging up San Juan Hill. He was, I think he wrestled bears and shit like that.
I think he was a boxer, too, if I know my presidents.
Fuck bears. Right?
He would fight. He would turn bears around and fuck them. That's a tough guy.
Turn out a bear.
Bully.
The bear off crying.
Hey, psychotic, I think, from Whackbag. Teddy was a boxer. He took a bullet near his heart and gave an hour-long speech before going to the hospital. Is that true?
I think that was a different guy. I think that wasn't Teddy Roosevelt.
All right.
I don't think Teddy was shot at, except in war. But Teddy's a badass.
I'm going with Andrew Jackson, I think.
Who was in the wheelchair again?
That was FDR, yeah.
Franklin D.
FD to the R.
FDR was fucking. You could just push his wheelchair over.
Was there more than one Roosevelt? You said?
Yeah, that was Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy
was the tough guy.
Teddy, he hunted like woolly mammoths and stuff.
Was he before or
he'd
after?
go to like Africa. That was before.
Wasn't it Roosevelt in the wheelchair, then Eisenhower, then Kennedy, then Nixon, right?
Holy mother of God!
Wow,
what the fuck? Am I wrong?
You
on
might
that?
forget about the president that dropped the atomic bombs and ended the war.
Yeah,
who would that be?
It was Roosevelt.
Dewey.
Who dropped the bombs? Rich?
Truman.
Come on.
There you go.
God, you
Truman.
scared
What about
me.
Truman? You forgot about Truman.
Okay, wait. 1 out of 6.
Yeah.
So it was,
Ike.
It was
Like
it,
Ike.
It was Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, right?
Then Eisenhower.
And then fucking Kennedy, then Nixon, right?
No.
Yes.
Where did Johnson fit in?
Johnson came in after Nixon.
Are you out of your mind? Who fucking took the oath of office on the plane back with Kennedy's
Kennedy.
head?
Oh, you're right, Johnson. I'm sorry about that.
Holy mother
Sorry about
of
that.
fuck.
It was
He took the oath pretty much right next to the coffin.
You're right. He was.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he was wiping blood off his face. I remember.
Let's go to Chance in Louisiana. Chance.
I love history with Voss, man.
History of Voss rules. Chance.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Thomas Jefferson. Tall, big reach. Plus, he was banging black chicks. That's it. Punch down.
That's true. You got to give him a set of balls for that. He wasn't intimidated.
Mm-hmm.
The black chicks didn't scare him or anything.
The people calling to support Kennedy, stop. In office, the guy had a horrendous back.
But he was a Marine.
That's all well and good. We're talking about the president when he was in office. Who's the toughest president of all time in the UFC?
So he was all fucked up from
UFC
that PT 109 shit.
Yeah, I know that story.
He floated on a coconut for a while.
He had a horrendous back, but he still was able
Awful.
to bang the broads.
Yeah.
Striker.
Yeah, boys.
Hey.
Yeah.
What about Ulysses S. Grant?
Oh, Grant. Yeah.
I mean, he did several terms in office.
Yeah, he could kick ass drunk, too.
Mm-hmm. He was
he was a drinker.
Yeah,
in the Civil War, that's for sure.
All right, punch it out, boy.
Thank you, sir.
good.
Let's go with it. You know what? I think Ann might have nailed it way back in the beginning. Josh in Tennessee, we forgot about this. We've all learned about this when we were in school. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, Abe Lincoln used to wrestle his neighbors and shit like that.
He was a big-time wrestler.
Down to that hand-to-hand if you want to go straight UFC rules.
What's that wrestling thing all about?
Yeah, but we don't know how big his neighbors were. You know, maybe it was just some touchy-feely shit, you know.
Well, he's
wrestling back then was probably even more gay than it is now.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, that wrestling, man. You watch, and I'm not talking about WWE shit.
Look.
I'm talking the real wrestling. I don't know how you get into that or want to do that.
Yeah, Paul Lynn used to wrestle, too.
Look, our wrestling friends are going to be all mad at us.
I know,
that
but
wrestling thing is a little rough. I couldn't do it in high school.
You are touching every part of another sweaty man. Touching every single part of him.
I honestly think that I blacked out my wrestling days in gym class. As I sit here, I don't remember ever wrestling, but I'm sure they made us do it.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm sure we had to.
I remember one.
And the guy would put his arm around you.
Right.
He put his arm around you.
Yeah, you'd have to get on all fours.
I know.
And the guy would be on one knee with his arm around your belly.
The starting position of...
And the other one on your shoulder.
No cocaine involved.
The
starting
no
position,
discounts on your blow.
The starting position for a wrestling match was just
ridiculous.
Why do we have to start this?
All right,
way?
I give you who's giving who the reach around here.
They grab you're like this, and they grab your arm to try to flip you over that. And it was a typical hacky stock wrestling move.
And, I remember wrestling, and I wasn't in wrestling. I never did any intramural sports or anything, but it was in gym class. They had, part of the year was wrestling. So I remember the one match I had. I was in the lower position on the all fours, and there was some big bruiser motherfucker.
You mean you were in the vulnerable position?
Yes, I was in the bitch position,
Right.
And the guy gets, does his little hold on the arm.
You were in the
around
twink
me.
position,
definitely. And what he did was he grabbed my arm and then grabbed took his arm off my waist, stuck it right between my legs backwards, and flipped me over by my arm and my balls. I screamed like a girl because it fucking hurt. He grabbed my balls, and that's why I think wrestlers have no fucking sensation in their nuts. Because they're constantly grabbing each other's balls to flip them over. I screamed and said, I lose. I want no part of this.
Right.
And that was my first and last.
It's such a ridiculous sport in school because it's not going to lead to anything. You know what I mean? It's not going to lead to
Olympics.
money. Or, but
the Olympics.
how many Olympic wrestlers do you know? Can you name right now?
How about, what's his name that went on to WWE? Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Okay, one.
Kurt Angle is an Olympic medal winner, and he wound up making very good.
Good for these guys that could look past the homo angle of wrestling.
Yeah.
I was never able to.
Just the outfits alone are fucking gay.
And before,
balls.
I remember at Harvard Fields High School, I wasn't part of the wrestling team, but then all those guys are like, shitting themselves stupid to make weight and stuff.
I got to make weight.
It was weird.
Come on in the shower with me in the steam. I'm going to steam to get some weight off.
They would wear
I got too much jizz in me. Could you suck me off and get the jizz out?
Those guys would have like 5 layers of clothing on to sweat out, sweat a pound or two before the big match. Here's Bruce in Louisiana. Bruce.
Yeah, I used to wrestle in high school, and the worst part about starting position, you're down on one knee with your arm under their stomach and your hand on their left arm, but you've got your chin on their shoulder right behind their left ear, so it's almost like you're whispering into their ear. It's so fucking gay.
And wouldn't the coach be like, now you got to get your chin right in there.
Yeah.
And get your hand around. Now grab him tight. The coach would be like the fucking director in a gay movie.
Yeah.
Now grab him.
Oh, my God.
All right. Hey, look, I know everyone's sticking up for the sport. Brock Lesnar was undefeated in college. Lincoln was a state champion in wrestling. The UFC fighters are former wrestlers. I understand all that.
Look at what the trauma of wrestling did to Lincoln. Look what he went and did later in life.
All those guys could kick my ass within a second. I get all that.
Yeah, they can kill you, but here's the thing. Without UFC... UFC has only been around for how many, without that, wrestlers had nowhere to go. Where did they fucking go? Baseball players, everybody had somewhere to go.
What about weightlifters? Where do they go?
Nowhere. It's ridiculous sports.
But in
the
Olympics, it's big.
Yeah, but you're not going to make a living. Oh, you got your gold medal. Big deal. Now what do? You go fucking load trucks at the dock? Big deal.
No, you get your endorsements. What about the stupid fucking parallel bars and the floor thing with the girls and the...
It's all... How many of them have endorsements? It's all ridiculous. Put real fucking sports in the Olympics and in schools and stuff.
It's a real sport. I mean... Those guys train their asses off for
putting.
that.
Who the fuck cares?
Well,
How
that's
many
not a
guys
real
are getting
sport.
pussy
The
because
shot put is
putters?
ridiculous. All right, listen, we got to head out of here to get to Connolly's 47th and Madison for the big live broadcast starting at 8 o'clock. So we got Lincoln and we got Andrew Jackson. We might have to pick this up
Lincoln
tomorrow or
versus
something.
Jackson in the octagon.
But people are still fighting for Roosevelt as the toughest president, UFC style, ever.
Could be. Tough one.
Yeah, we'll pick up this discussion tomorrow when we do some real radio from a studio. Because the rest of the show is just going to be just animalistic, to say the least.
I'll throw my plug in then.
Yeah, go ahead.
This
Rich.
weekend, Arlington, Virginia Cinema Draft House. It's Friday and Saturday.
And the new CD, I saw the Master.
It'll be ready in like
carrying around
6
the
weeks.
Master copy, right?
5 or 6 weeks it'll be ready.
And what, Coke Logic helped you out with the cover?
Coke Logic helped out with the cover, and what's his name? Derek did the editing and stuff.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So you got everything done free. Nice.
No, I'm paying. Coke Logic doesn't want anything, but of course, I'll put his name on
Coke Logic that takes a few bucks from
Maybe
everybody.
you toss him a percentage.
He's not. He's doing okay for himself, but he's too nice.
Yeah, I know. I would have gave him. I liked what he did.
Every time
he did a couple of them.
He's very talented.
Everything was great, and the one I picked, but everything he did was fucking great.
He's doing a project for everybody.
Oh, he's good.
I can't even keep track of all the projects he's doing currently, and no one's giving him money.
I'm going to shoot
a little money.
I'm going to shoot my own hour soon.
Let him wet his beak.
No, I'm going to shoot my own hour, but I want
give him a little money.
Oh yeah. When I do my hour, I want to
hear the yeah.
I want
Give him a little money.
Yeah, I will. I have no problem.
My
paying
hour.
Just because a guy says, "I'll do it for free," doesn't mean you go, "All right." You still go, "Well, that's nice, but here I'm doing okay
You're
for
right.
myself."
That's a good point.
He's not making that much.
Yeah, you're right. I want to use in my next DVD online from the animation thing. They did the thing with the 3 potato heads or something. It's so fucking funny, man.
We got to do another animation festival.
God, was that fucking
the stupid lawyers fucked that one up too.
How can you fuck that up?
Oh, they did because the copyright and all this. It's like it's a huge successful gig. We got to do another animation festival. It was amazing. Well, people loved that damn thing.
Yeah, we got so many good ones too.
We had 2,000 people there, and the people were laughing the entire time we were there.
Yeah.
Except for when the comics were on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, maybe we'll leave that part out.
We'll figure out comics. All those guys, I still say, are very funny comics. Maybe we just picked the wrong ones. I can't trash any of those
our
guys.
audience they just got terrible.
It was Russ Maneve, who's very funny. It was
Great.
Dan Natterman, who's very funny, a little quirky and different.
Yeah.
And then we had Di Stefano.
We had to give our audience time off.
He told me.
He did. He survived. Yes.
Yeah.
We had to give our audience time off because they just got vicious with the comedians. They can't. They wouldn't let them fucking get rolling.
Yeah.
Well, it's like doing comedy at a Star Trek convention.
You're right.
I was offered. Anyhow, I want that potato thing is fucking hilarious.
With more fat geeky people.
And maybe we could get another animation festival together. The lawyers gotta just back off a little, man. We know what we're doing. We always have. All right, as we head over to Connolly's, 47th and Madison, if you're in New York City in the area, please come by and hang out, have a Guinness. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
We'll be there starting the rest of the broadcast at 8. So you're going to hear some filler crap until 8. So just bear with us as we get down there, and then we'll broadcast the rest of the show from Connolly's. In the meantime, why don't we do Norton's appearance on Leno last night?
Yes.
I haven't heard this yet. I heard he killed.
I'm sure he did.
He does a great job. He does a great couch.
See you at Connolly's. Check this out.
So what are you doing on the left coast? And I really didn't know what to say. I'm like, having my herpes.
We might want them. We'll see as we go on. We're trying to be ready for it.
And we are live from Connolly's, finally! 47th Street and Madison Avenue here in New York City for the big St. Patrick's Day parade. And we have a nice crowd for 8 in the morning.
I know. I was very surprised when I saw the people walking up the stairs. I can't wait to see them walk down because it's just going to be a drunken mess that I hope looks like one of those social clubs that get lit on fire and just a pile of bodies at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, we're the group that should be broadcasting from the first floor.
From downstairs.
You're so right.
There's 2 flights of stairs to come up, and there's going to be a bunch of drunks by 9 o'clock trying to walk down the stairs. They're all eating now, I see. I see Bobo chewing on a sausage.
He likes his sausage.
Look at Bobo.
Bobo, you ever find your wallet? Everyone wants to know. You did not find your wallet.
So you think it was stolen?
Yeah, we got to get a mic on the audience. Also, Pat from Menaki's here. Steve from Bayshore.
Oh,
half a Hulk face is here.
Oh, be all the stars have come out today for St. Patty's Day.
It looks like a soup line.
It is. They're all eating the free food.
I know.
There's only one reason half a Hulk face is here.
Yeah.
He gauges how drunk you are, because if it gets to a point where half a Hulk face looks like he has a normal face, you might want to cut yourself off.
You've had too much. Or if you look in the mirror and you look like half a Hulk face.
That's true,
That's
too.
another reason to stop drinking. Bobo was very interested in Colin when Colin came up.
Are you a big fan of Colin Quinn there? Oh, well, why would the mic work? Why would it work?
Why would we have enough slack?
I remember Colin Quinn when he was on Saturday Night Live.
You do?
Yeah, you're the only one.
Oh, Rich Voss. Remember when you were on SNL, Voss? Oh, that's right.
Well. Okay, don't try to stick up when I have a good fucking line. Okay?
It wasn't good.
It was an amazing line.
It was okay.
That was what you call a classic.
A zinger.
Let's go back to Bobo. So you remember Colin Quinn from SNL?
Yep, and I remember him from Tough Crowd also.
All right, well, that's a little
Thanks,
better for
Bobo.
Colin.
And Bobo, though, I think Bobo, did you introduce yourself, Bobo, to Colin Quinn, Bobo?
Yes, I did.
You did, Bobo.
And what did Colin say to you,
And
Bobo?
you said, I'm Bobo, like he should know you, Bobo.
Yeah, exactly. I think, if I'm correct, he listens to the show so much that I think he comes into the studio in his pajamas sometimes. So how could he not know who I am?
In my pajamas.
Wow, that's it, yeah.
It's kind of true, Colin. You haven't given us a little pajama visit in a
Colin
while.
the Chin Quinn,
Yeah.
walking around in his PJs around town. A little mafia joke
In
around.
my bathroom.
Yeah, so
The robe.
obviously the big intro. Let's hear it for Colin Quinn helping us out today. Rich Voss still here with us, and 2U's going to be playing in a little bit here. Brother Joe's tribute band. Don't call it a cover band.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Brother Joe, who once again beat up my cousin Tim Gage when they were younger.
You just
And
won't let
Tim
that
Gage,
go.
No, Tim Gage called me last night. He was going to come down here today, but I thought it would be like one of those anticlimactic things where he comes down and nobody cares.
And there's a man hug, and then they just go have
So
a beer together or something.
They don't talk the rest of the day. They just kind of hang out.
But then Joe got in my grill when he came over here and started lipping off about my cousin.
Oh, yeah?
In your grill?
Yes.
What the fuck? Wait, what are you talking?
It might be on, huh, Colin?
I may call Timmy yet.
Why don't you just take on Brother Joe?
No. Family business.
Family business.
Family business.
We settle all family business today.
So should we go around the room? You want Half a Hulk Face to say hi to the crowd? Where's Half a Hulk Face? This is a fine photo op for everybody that
Photo op. It's like the Grand Canyon.
that has a
Here he is.
Facebook page.
Half a Hulk Face.
Here's Half a Hulk. Have you ever seen him, Colin? Half a Hulk Face?
No, not. I saw him today.
Seen him
though.
walk around town.
How you doing, Colin?
How's it going?
He looks like a lava lamp.
Jesus Christ, Rich. Doesn't look like a lava lamp.
No.
He apparently, for those not familiar with Half a Hulk Face, he apparently has a tumor.
Yeah.
Or a few tumors.
What do you mean, apparently?
That kind of apparently.
What was your first clue?
He most definitely has tumors. And it weighs the side of his face down.
Yeah.
It drags everything down a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little. The ear is now on his nipple, I believe. But now what happened? You were going to get surgery last week.
I'm trying to gather up some money. I got to move first before I have the surgery. So.
Where? Mars? Where do you gotta move?
I can see him as a flute player.
Oh my God! So
I
you
like
have to move.
I like the look he just gave Boss.
Yeah.
You like to snap Boss's neck right
It
now.
would be called half a look.
Oh.
Well, you're the fucking ones who are fuck it. I don't. What the fuck?
We're treating the
Go out
gentleman
and
with respect.
Go out and sell the early edition of the Post with that hat. Nothing.
Yeah. Headlines: Collins.
Extra.
Collins' big comeback. Remote.
Now, why do you have to move half
You
a
look like a
Hulk face?
Janet Jackson backup dancer.
My place needs to be bigger so that way a nurse can come in and out, after I have the surgery. So.
Rich, stop talking over the guy. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, he still talks better than you. Half his face weighed down.
Jesus, me and him can talk and water plants at the same time.
What?
See.
Got to start the day off.
Yeah,
of the
there you
day.
go. We throw out the first car crash to Rich Voss.
Yeah, that was a nice loud car crash. I think that was real.
You know you in, by the way, rule of thumb in comedy,
Yeah.
you know you're in trouble and you're trying too hard when you trash yourself.
Why don't we move?
I don't
Rich
deserve
is
one.
trying to get to the button.
Why don't we move on? I hear Pat from Munaki's in the house. Where's Pat?
Pat.
Let's have Pat say hi to the crowd. Where's Pat? I guess he was in a, what was he doing yesterday? A corned beef eating contest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pat from Munaki, everyone. Pat.
everybody.
Pat? Oh, he's feeding back.
You got to move over.
Anything with feeding.
Usually I just feed in.
Hey, Terra, these guys say the Baldies look like a bunch of pricks without ears. Looks like Terra from the Wanderers.
Terra. Fucking Fester. How long did it take you to get here today?
All right, that was good.
That was good.
Pat goes, wow.
Yeah. Pat, the corned beef eating contest. How'd you do yesterday?
I tied for 7th place.
7th place?
Oh, no.
There was a lot of money. It was like $10,000 on the line, so I should get like $100 or $200.
That's it?
Yeah.
For 7th? What is 6th?
How many people
And
were
a
there?
free meal.
Oh, wow, yeah.
How many people were in there?
What was it? Oh, there was like 10.
You play 7th out of 10?
Joey Chestnut was there, and
all the
the
big
other
guys.
Yeah.
Don't him and Sam.
Actually, little guys. I was the big guy.
Him and Sam look like they should be on an island in a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Hey.
We're gonna have a rabbit.
Hey, Pat, you're not working today?
I got one delivery I got to do later.
Yeah, later? All right.
Yeah.
All right, there's Pat from
a
Monopoly.
dump in the toilet of corned beef?
Yeah, that's working its way through.
Have you been tanning?
No. Oh, no, I got a new van or a new old van, and I had to put the lettering on because it was cheaper for me to put it on myself, and I was out in the sun. And I actually got a little burnt.
Oh,
congratulations.
And that's about it for that story.
Wait, how white is he? He gets sunburned in the winter.
I know.
We're not in spring yet.
It's almost spring.
You're an ass. How do you get
Thank you.
That's
yes.
All right, who else we got? We got Steve from...
Pat's got nothing.
That's right, Turkey. You want to be in the Baldies, Turkey?
We got Steve from Bayshore. Someone want to give him a notepad so we could talk to him, or...
jeez, yeah.
Why, what's wrong with him?
Well, he does the instant feedback. He's very funny if you're a good reader.
If it's written.
Steve from Bayshore, everyone.
Oh, the
Everyone
man.
knows him. Everyone knows
Hi,
him and
Sam.
loves him.
Hello, everyone.
What's up, Steve? How are you, buddy?
Good. What number am I down to now? 6, 7 on the instant feedback list?
We haven't read any instant feedback in the last
I know.
couple
What's
of days.
going on? What are you doing?
Well, we're reorganizing.
Since I have nothing to write anymore,
Yeah.
I have no output now. So I'm doing exciting things like finishing a basement out in Hampton Bays.
Yeah.
And as blind xylophone player I'm working with, and
Yeah.
a balloon folding act. It's very exciting.
You are.
Very sad times.
Are you working with Janine with the balloon animal
I'd like
thing?
to.
Is she here?
Where is she? I haven't seen her.
Janine has a new gig. She does balloon animals. She works. What does she work for, a magician or something?
Something like that, yeah. Something very scary and
Yeah, one of the
nefarious.
regulars from F.H. Riley's. She lost a lot of weight. Very happy for her, but now I'm not happy with for her anymore because she's working with a magician and she makes the balloon animals.
Wow, that's
She's
Colin's
fantastic.
closer.
Huh?
That's a sad job.
It's it
Balloon
doesn't get much-
Balloon animal maker.
Yeah.
Always a sad job because no one ever wants to be that.
It's like, yeah, but you can get a lot of phone numbers.
I want to know how many times Steve gets pulled over by the cops when there's a serial killer loose in the neighborhood.
What do you mean?
You got that
7
look of like...
times. Nothing more than that.
Yeah. He's also a fan of the era, which I enjoy.
You
That's
appreciate it?
very true, Herr von Kumia.
He's
Guten
a
Tag.
fan of He's a fan of World War II.
The era, as it's
We
known.
call it
yes.
the era.
We call
And,
it the error because of what happened in the outcome. Terrible.
What would you like to do experimentally with Rich Voss? You know, eyes Mengele-wise.
He looks like the end result of an experiment anyway. All due respect, sir.
I like
All
it.
due respect.
That's coming from this fucking Star Wars groupie. Look at him. Oh, fuck yourself.
Leave Jethro from the Beverly Hillbillies alone.
Fucking.
That was like when Mengele said they were going to take the teeth of a mastodon and try to put it in a human.
The results was the Voss barracks.
All right, there you go, Steve from Bayshore.
Thanks very much, kids.
Yes.
Someone buy Steve a beer, will you?
Yeah, he's broke.
He's broke. He could use
No
some free
beer
beers
yet?
today.
And some shoe polish.
Who else we got?
Fucking Dimitri Martin's
oh.
father.
Colin Quinn wants to know if Stalker Patty is here.
No, not yet.
What, she has to work?
I had to open at Starbucks, but I'll be there in a little while.
Yeah, she said that she's got to close. She's got her shift or whatever, so she'll be here about 9 o'clock.
She does want to lose 5 minutes of vacation time, so
Whose
she has to
shift?
get to the end of her shift.
Whose shift ends at 9 o'clock?
Well, she I think she opens the place at like 4:30, 5 in the morning. So
My wife's.
Yeah, she opens the Starbucks.
All right, well, she'll be here sooner than later.
Hey,
And finally, before we move on to other things, ladies and gentlemen, David from the David and Bobo Show.
Oh, here's David.
Whoa!
They don't like him.
Steve, what do you think of David? A real Jew, ain't he?
I know.
Oh, boy. Stand next to him and be my bodyguard.
David, why don't you say hi to the crowd? What do you got for the crowd today?
Hey, what's up, everyone? Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Is the corned beef kosher?
Oy. I like that official Jewish T-shirt you're wearing.
$20 bill.
Yeah, why'd you wear something with money on it?
Yeah.
That's very stereotypical. It's like some other race of people wearing something with a watermelon on. See how afraid I am to make a racist joke?
That's Jew-boo.
Anything else, David?
It's green, so I thought I'd wear it.
All right, well, there you go. We're at Connolly's, 47th and Madison.
Nice.
David and Bobo will do a little something later, maybe. We'll get them both on mic at the same time. And now we got to move on to Sam, who's holding the microphone. And Colin, the whole Robert Kelly man crush on
Wow.
Sam has reached your radar, right?
You call that a man crush? It's more than that, isn't it, at this point? It was funny at first, and as Sam starts revealing more and more, and his girlfriend calls in crying.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
If you noticed, Sam's got a 3-day beard.
Yes.
I told him that he needs to grow a beard to get Kelly off his back.
Bob
I'm trying
likes
to make
him hairless.
I'm trying to make myself less attractive.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Really?
good luck
Leave-
there,
leave-
fella.
Leave the house.
So we're forcing Sam to grow a beard for the next 2 or 3 weeks to see what he looks like, if he can look a little more manly.
Yeah, but if he's got a beard on his face, then Bobby's really going to want to fuck his mouth. You know what I mean?
I like the fact that Sam's got green sneakers on, too.
Oh, yeah,
It's St. Patrick's Day.
I know, but that's like really irreverent in 1981. What a creep.
What you really almost got raped.
Yes.
By Bob Kelly. There's a picture of him pulling your pants down.
My pants and underpants.
Your ass is showing. It is
Yes.
exposed. And he's climbing on top of you. Who broke that rape up? Because he could overpower you.
He
I know
could
that.
overpower me.
You're very
I'm-
twinkish.
I'm very squirmy, though. I was able to squirm out.
Oh, you are?
Mars and E-Rock were just sitting there laughing and cheering.
Well, of course, they were cheering on the rape.
Right, they just wanted to see the rape.
Did this happen in Boston on a pool table?
Should have been on a pinball machine, I believe.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, I saw that picture last time.
That's it. Isn't that sexy?
Yeah, look at that picture. I mean, it's creepy.
I think there's something about the total submission of Sam that makes it sexy, right?
Sam gives in all the time.
Oh, my goodness.
He never denies Bobby his.
Did your girlfriend ever see that picture yet?
No. She has not seen the picture.
That's unbelievable.
No, she saw it, Sam.
He's
Really?
holding him down
I
with
sent it. Yeah, I sent it to Side Piece.
It looks
Side
like
piece.
Bobby's trying to get work.
Huh?
That's fucking sweet.
All right, very good.
So
So,
you call a side piece?
yeah, a little bit.
She's not showing up.
Hey,
right?
where's your beer, man?
Embarrassed. I know. I was trying to rationalize it. Like, well, if I got up at 4 this morning,
Yeah.
some people wake up at like 8. So if I gauge it that way, it's afternoon.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like, all right.
So are you holding back, or are you going to throw out the first Guinness?
Yeah, let me. And it has to be brought to me by someone I know, because I don't trust you fuckers. It's easy to spit in a Guinness and not be able to know.
Right. All right, we're getting his
so
first Guinness.
I think Danny is going to get. It probably won't make it back to me if Danny's getting it. Maybe half. Maybe
He'll keep claiming
backwash.
He'll keep claiming it spilled on the way back to him.
Oh,
right?
someone bumped into me. There's
Yeah.
a hole in the bottom of the glass.
All right. Also, Basil Tees is here. I hear.
Really?
Not worth really putting on the radio, but a faithful listener to the show, helps us out all the time with free breakfast in the morning. Nice.
Worth putting out on the radio when it comes down to me hiring him to cater.
There you go.
I'm not
The official
going against
caterer
that.
of Chateau Cumia.
Yes.
Well, I think we should get Brother Joe to do a little song, kickstart this party. What do you think?
That's why they're here. Play some U2.
We haven't even talked. Hey, Joe, you want to come over here and talk to us for a second?
At least he doesn't have to plug anything. He's here.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, Brother Joe.
That could be the funniest thing Joe's ever said on the air.
I've done it for 8 years.
Jesus. All right, we're going to get a song out of 2U, Brother Joe's U2 tribute band. Joe, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, we're just waiting for our lead singer who's taking a piss.
Oh, all right. Well,
that's always
horrible
the way.
timing. That's all right.
That happens.
Oh, and we also have the mayor of Munchkin Land here.
Hey, that's Master Joe. Leave Master Joe alone.
You trashed me on the air the other day.
Oh, here it is.
I don't know shit to say about it, though. I don't. But that's why I'm not on the fucking radio, right?
Oh, shit.
So I was just playing the band.
I love this. Joe's
That's
just...
how. Not too bitter.
No. Joe's dying up there. I love this.
I'm not bitter. I'm sweet.
All right.
Is it true that you guys, since you two, like Saves Africa, you guys do fundraisers for Wyandanch?
Fucking Colin with his Long Island references.
I love that
Yeah,
island.
we're gonna do one.
Who played crickets?
All right, here they go.
We're doing this one for you guys because we know how much you like it.
By the way, I'm throwing out the first Guinness.
I see that. Nice.
Oh, good.
Here it comes.
Seen you move like this when you see it too. Now it's falling everywhere. Rockets to the fun fair. Singing those of bombs, yeah, well, at least get it too. Hey, sexy boots. Get on your boots, yeah. You free me from the top team, candy floss, ice cream, all the things are screaming, but the ghosts aren't real. Here's what you gotta do. Love and community, laughter is eternity, if joy is real. You don't know how beautiful. You don't know how beautiful you are. You don't know. You don't get it to you. You don't know. Get on your boots. Get on your boots, yeah. Sexy boots. You don't know how beautiful. You don't know how beautiful you are. You don't know. You don't get it to you. You don't know how beautiful you are. I don't wanna talk about war between nations. Let me in the sound, let me in the sound, let me in the sound, sound, let me in the sound, sound, let me in the sound. Let me in the sound, let me in the sound now. God, I'm going down, I don't wanna drown now. Let me in the sound. Let me in the sound, let me in the sound now. God, I'm going down, I don't wanna drown. Let me in the sound. Sexy boots. Get on your boots. Get on your boots, yeah. 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 Thank you.
We're still on? All right. Working out a couple of the bugs. Opie and Anthony live from Connolly's, 47th.
Yeah.
And Madison Avenue. Just had 2U do a couple songs. They sound unbelievable.
I think this bottle's going to work out for Brother Joe.
I sure hope so. Joe has actually opened up a cloning factory in his basement.
Yeah.
He followed Bono around, got one hair out of his brush, and he clones Bonos now to try to keep enough of them. He's going to franchise them, I think.
I can't keep track of all the Bonos. So I don't even say hi to Bono anymore in his band because I just know it's a matter of time before he moves on to another one.
Just another Bono. And you know what the funny thing is? Joe always comes up to me and goes, "Oh, that guy was just a fucking asshole." And it's like, Joe, maybe after 10 Bonos, you're the fucking asshole.
Joe, what's the odds that this Bono survives?
Yeah, give us the odds. Give us the over.
I don't even know his real name. I don't even want to know.
The Bono du jour is Gene Marcello. It's Pepe's son from the Good Rats.
Oh, that's Pepe's.
Oh, that's Pepe's
son, dude, from the Good Rats.
Right. And in case you guys didn't know, he actually had a hit song on MTV back in the early '90s called "First Love" with a band called Marcello.
Really?
If you remember them, you probably remember them.
I sort of
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
I remember him from the Good Rats because he was doing some Good Rats gigs with his dad.
Of course.
I don't want to get to know him. Fucking replacements always get shot and break my fucking heart.
I remember him from Crystal Ship, man.
From The Watch.
Oh, shit.
So I keep
Boss, why are you
Colin
tagging
hit it.
Colin's great
Colin
line?
hit it, not me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Colin found the crash button.
That's fucking.
I keep 2 of every band member because basically band members are assholes. So, including myself, I have a replacement for me as well.
Do you actually
Yeah.
have
perfect.
You've yelled at yourself.
On many occasions. Yeah.
My cousin's going to fucking light you up when he sees you.
I told you, man, I'd go MMA with that motherfucker right here today.
Yeah,
now,
tough talk now that he's sitting in his nice job.
I've gone. I've been in bands, so many bands with Joe over the years, and
What did
when
you
he
play?
goes off, I was the vocalist. I was the vocalist, and when he goes off and gets pissed, it's just like, no, man, what the fuck are you doing? Total lack of dedication. What are you doing? And then when I finally got into radio, he actually said to me, he goes, "What the fuck? You're missing rehearsal to go on Opie's show? Where the fuck do you think that's going to get you?"
Cheers.
Good eyes, Joe.
you know,
I think me and Brother Joe need to talk, though.
not everybody can be 100% in all their decisions, right?
It happens.
Joe's doing just fine, though, man.
Oh, hell yeah. What
Hey,
are you,
there was a
Guinness?
little.
It's all good.
There was a little
We gotta-
yelling going on behind the scenes because
Oh, yeah.
Danny was yelling at E-Rock. E-Rock's like, "We're live," and there was a whole thing. E-Rock, you got this figured out now, finally?
I think because when E-Rock was trying to answer Danny back, the food was flying out of his mouth and hitting Danny.
But I feel like E-Rock was enjoying the drama. Like, what?
Oh,
Yeah,
E-Rock
he's like,
loves this kind of drama. It's
E-Rock.
radio to him.
We're in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, E-Rock. What happened?
I'm trying to coordinate back at XM. I'm trying to hear the band. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
He told you.
E-Rock's out of his mind.
It's a great day for the Irish.
Tommy, you're going to take that shit?
Wait for this.
And
It's
why
going
don't
to
you
be
wear?
quite a Donnybrook.
And what are you too hip to wear fucking green, E-Rock?
E-Rock.
I don't wear green. Fuck you. Then don't show up.
Oh, he just
Good
walked
for
away.
you. Good for you, E-Rock. Good for you.
Good for you.
What that son of a
You're going
bitch
to
do?
take that from E-Rock? Oh, what is world coming to? I just wish fucking he would get shot in the foot.
Just
Look
the
at him.
foot?
He'd bleed mayonnaise. Oh, he just threw it. Oh, he just threw a nagel at me.
And he came back to eat it.
He's just stashing it for later like a fucking squirrel. Like a fat fucking squirrel for winter. Where do you want me to put this? In a tree trunk? Or up my ass? Oh, E-Rock. E-Rock. I'm sorry, Eric. I'm sorry.
Hey, I heard.
I just like the face he makes. He puts on this... Oh, like he doesn't deserve every ragging he gets.
E-Rock, this is how I hope your life ends.
Colin's liking the buttons over there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I heard Jay Moores wants to call in because Colin's here. Are we going to be able to hook that up? No? Are we going to be able to hook up the Jay Moore phone call today, E-Rock? Yeah? All right.
Yo, Jay Moores.
Jay Moore.
Yo, Jay Moore.
I said the brothers like to call him Jay Moores.
Look, we're going to Danny for a second.
Eric,
Danny.
how are we going to do that exactly?
I don't know. Why don't you watch the show and find out?
Sorry, Eric.
I was too busy fixing your fuck-ups.
Yeah, I'm too busy.
Uh-oh.
Well, there wouldn't have been fuck-ups if you were paying attention.
Yeah, so how come I just got off the phone with Derek and he's blaming your dumbass for it?
Really? Maybe because I was miscommunicating information that I got from you from them.
Oh, no! Well, then why don't you just let somebody who knows what they're doing take over?
Well, because you weren't doing it, so they threw it to me.
He told you, Danny. I don't think that's correct. I'm sorry. Well, wait. No, so now Eric's pointing at Steve. So who's to blame? Who is it? Because I just want this gig to run a little smoother than it has been. I did that already on the way here.
Yeah.
Holy shit! This is great. Can we get back to doing a radio show, please?
Yeah, I have no problem.
All right, very
Wow.
That
was there was like a thing that went on, like 2U played a tune, and we were supposed to come back, and I was supposed to do a magnificent live read, which as they were playing their song, I'm talking in the middle of it and doing a read for
No one
Carbonite.
can hear you, so.
And apparently that was someone's fault. I don't know whose yet.
Colin's loving this.
But apparently I saw Danny storm over to E-Rock and give him a talking to. Well, perhaps a bit
But that was the mildest fight ever. He's like, well, why don't you perform more efficiently? Yeah, because we were all yelling. It sounded like a fight.
I'm going to call
Well,
your
perhaps you-
teacher from Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Well, because it really sounds natural when you come out of a commercial, and then the same bed is playing, and then you just pause for a few seconds, pretend like nothing's happening, and then go, "Hey, we're back with the show."
Nice.
All right.
I think you got him there.
We're on it, though. We're on it.
I also hear that Danny brought a breathalyzer.
Oh, well, yeah, it's actually courtesy of Zig.
Oh,
So,
very
nice.
Oh, it's probably broken if Ziggy used it.
Put it in
The numbers don't go up that high.
Does it come up with the? Forget it.
Rich, what's wrong with you? What
I had a
happened?
good line, but I couldn't.
Rich,
I couldn't
half
put it together.
jokes. Don't make two half jokes. Don't make a whole joke. Just finish the fucking
Well,
thing.
maybe
take
next-
the bomb.
No,
or take the laugh.
Well, because here's the deal. Next St. Patrick's Day, I'll come with the punchline. You know, it doesn't all have to be now. Maybe it's a cliff.
Okay.
Maybe it's a cliffhanger joke. Okay.
Oh, next time bring your wife. She's funny.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll show you. I'll bring her. Okay.
Wow. Wow. Who's going to use the breathalyzer?
Now it's going to be nothing.
Oh, you want to do the breathalyzer in a little bit?
I'll do it a little later.
Should we set it
Right
up
before
though?
I drive home.
Huh?
It's one of those T-shirts that say free breathalyzer, and the guy getting the arrow pointing
Oh,
down.
by his dick. It's like, hey, could you? Yeah. It's fantastic.
I see those shirts. I go, oh.
Well, I'm glad our own Steve Blatter can make it to get everyone sick. That's wonderful. I think he's got Ebola, but he made it down
I
here
know.
just so everybody
Jesus
could get the flu.
He's got
Thank
the
you.
flu, and why don't you have him talk
He's
into a
infecting us
microphone that
all.
the rest of the crowd will be using? That'll
He's
be
infecting the whole
beautiful.
all the microphones.
Yeah. He's here, so.
They call him Carnival Cruise Steve.
Well, Danny's filling out his to blame list.
God, the crowd is growing too. We got a big
I know,
crowd
this
here.
is really
Connolly.
The crowd is growing exponentially.
Is there are there parade goers? People catching the parade, or you just come here to pass
Yeah, of
out?
course. It's
Yeah.
Well, the parade's right at the block.
Everyone going to do their Dorothy Hamill skating on the puke act. You can do those little pirouettes and things like that. The parade's fantastic, isn't it? They pen you in now. New York has kind of taken all the fun away from the festivities that happened. Because years ago, for St. Patty's Day, you walk around with a bottle or a beer. No one bugs you.
You would just roam around on your own.
It's what you're supposed to do
Yeah.
on St. Patty's Day. Now they bust you for open container.
Yeah.
You can't have that. Same thing like New Year's Eve, they pen you in. Now there's like every street has the blockades going,
Even if
so
you
you
get-
can't join into the parade. Nothing was more fun than watching a good drunk join in the parade with the police and see him get a good thrashing. And the cops enjoyed it.
Even the gay pride parade, they took the aid out of parade.
See what they did there? Excuse me, Colin. And what happened with that this year? Like every year, the gays wanted to be in the parade, and it made the news. And now no one cares anymore.
It's the year of the gay.
They're
like
too
we were
worried about
saying
getting married.
It's a
I
new
guess.
cardinal, that's why.
Oh, new cardinal. What, and he's more open to gays in the parade? I don't think so.
Oh. Dolan. Boss, don't make fun of our people, you Christ killer. That's it,
Oh, hey, you know what? Maybe he was a little lippy.
Now he's calling out Christ. Oh, wow. A lightning bolt would be great about now.
A little lippy. Nice. All right.
A lightning bolt or even just a couple of shattered windows in a merchant store. Nothing, Steve, for Crystal Knock, you son of a bitch.
No, not yet.
Crystal Knock.
Trying to behave.
I believe in Crystal Knock because I believe in me.
He just likes the era.
Just a fan.
That's what it is, a fan of
That's
the
all it
era.
is.
It's the whole thing, the innocence of the 40s and the 30s. The wonderful time.
What's your
Cut to
background?
Festivities.
Cut to a tattoo needle in Voss's wrist.
Yeah. What's your,
The innocence of the 30s.
what's your background? Italian or what?
Italian, Irish, German, all sorts of stuff.
Really?
Euro mutt.
So you like lost the war like 5 times.
Something like that, yeah.
That wasn't bad.
I don't know. Someone
something.
threw a live mic into the crowd.
Oh, yeah. What happened?
Thinking it was a grenade.
Leave NASCAR mechanic alone.
All right, hold on. We're being drowned out right now.
That's amazing. I thought it was fine.
Steve looks like Josh Brolin in Harvey Milk. Nothing. Damn it.
See, whatever
Something like
changed,
that. Why do you
do
talk
the
about-
opposite.
I know. You talk about your pornos.
Oh,
They
there
don't
we
get
go.
it.
Oh, thank you, Jaime. Jesus.
All right, Jaime. There, that's much better. Holy
Jaime.
shit. What did you want? Some ambient background noise of a riot?
His name is Jaime. Why
Jaime.
don't you just say, good word, Jew?
No, it's not that. It's Jamie in Spanish.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Jaime because of the J.
Right.
You stupid who?
Okay.
Wow, Rich. Punch your way out of this, will you?
Jaime's a Jewish name.
Well, it's a Jewish, a derogatory
Spanish.
term.
Yeah.
Spanish name.
But,
It's
yeah.
a Spanish name, though.
Well, they
But
steal
it used to be
everything.
Jewish.
Yes.
That's the beauty of the whole thing.
That guy looks like a small college football coach.
He's actually an intern for us. Look at him. Look how old he is.
Oh,
That's our 38-year-old intern,
Yeah, he's
Colin.
an intern.
I didn't realize.
How you doing
yeah.
today?
I'm good. I'm 39 now.
Are you being
Happy
bossed
birthday.
around?
What's that?
Are you being bossed around or anything?
Not right now, but David's probably getting some things going.
How does it feel
Oh, Danny.
How does it feel that guys so much younger than you can
I
kick
don't
you around
care.
because you're an intern?
I really don't care.
What
Really?
I've been told what to do since I've been this big, so
That was
why change now?
His job is a fresh start for him.
Since you were that big, you still are that big. What fucking bridge do you live under? Look at you.
And to start an internship
Yeah.
at 38 years old,
Yes.
39 now,
39 now, yes.
is kind of an odd thing to do.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
I
put
think he's
that-
an undercover cop.
To put that
He's a narc.
to put that before a high school diploma is kind of crazy.
He's got kids and everything.
Yeah, he's got
Kids, a
kids.
wife.
He
He
did
was-
that.
he
And
was
what
the-
was your career before this?
Electrician.
He was the worst.
right.
Local 3.
He was the worst stock boy because he could only reach the first shelf.
Are you saying he's short, Rich?
Short. He
Is that
makes
where
me
you
look
get
like
that?
Land of the Giants.
They are.
No.
He was an electrician, but everyone kept bumping their heads on the chandeliers he hung.
He didn't have to kneel
David
down when he
Stein
fixed the
over there.
wall sockets.
Wait, I noticed something going on here. David is really enjoying the humor here.
Oh, David loves when the interns go. Oh, David!
David, what's going on?
David,
David.
take your hands out of your pockets, Mr. Confidence.
He's just trying to check if he's still circumcised.
Just look inside Colin's mouth.
Are you insinuating Colin is sucking that boy's genitals?
No, he can't get Colin work.
Oh, that was hurtful, Rich.
So you're enjoying. Why do you enjoy so much when other interns get are the brunt of the being
I don't
picked
know.
on?
It's just funny what you said about Scott. That was very funny.
Oh, wow!
He looks like
Thank you. My day's complete.
There you go. David looks like a retarded hush puppy.
All
Crap.
right.
Crap.
On that note, we'll move on. No, it's not even worthy of my finger. I might injure my finger pushing the button. It's not worth it.
Listen, fuckface, I just do like 10 good ones, so you have one bad one. That's still Hall of Fame numbers.
No, 10 good ones.
Well, I'm talking about the last month.
What show are you listening to?
Yeah, right?
The last month. All right, David. How's it going out there? David likes to make sure everything's under control.
He's
with our radio show.
he's very much a control freak.
David, what are you seeing so far? What do you think of the live broadcast? What is the problem with the live broadcast so far?
End of his nose.
The problem is that people don't have their act together and don't know what they're doing. That's the problem.
Whoa! Who in particular doesn't have their act together, David?
Yeah, start pointing fingers.
Oh!
He just pointed at E-Rock.
Eric.
He's like one of the trustees at Auschwitz.
Yeah, what is that?
He's a capo.
E-Rock.
You fucking house slave.
Ask David the real reason why he's upset with me.
Oh, what's the real reason?
What's the reason?
What's up?
Why are you upset with E-Rock?
I'm not upset with. Not
Oh,
upset.
no.
He just doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. Doesn't have everything together. He messed up with the. Didn't he mess up with the two songs versus the live read? He messed up.
E-Rock, why is David really upset with you?
No. What happened yesterday that you got so mad that I was ignoring David?
You didn't clean his back off.
Let's hear. David, what is he talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about.
David's upset because he didn't get 30 cents back when he went to get a food order.
Oh my God! Oh no! Don't do that. Don't do that. Why are you being like that? 30 cents you got upset about?
30 lousy cents.
Yeah. He was leaving notes. He kept getting into my face every time I walked into the office.
For 30
You owe me 30 cents. I didn't get 30 cents back. Why don't I have my 30
Oh, look
cents?
at Voss is pulling money out.
$1.
Jesus Christ. How much interest is he going to charge him?
Why don't we drop our
30 cents?
Why don't we drop our change on the floor for intern Dave?
There you
We
go,
got
Dave.
change.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh my God! Dave is having
cents.
change hurled at him
Wow, that's
from the crowd, from
There's a lot
Colin.
of
He
change.
can't
on
take
the-
his eyes off it.
That's great. Oh my
All right,
God!
don't
Look at
hit
it.
David. Just
He's
throw your
becoming
change.
aroused.
He's
Now the
pinching
hit.
himself, thinking he's dreaming.
David, there's more
Can't
than 30
believe this
cents
is
down there.
happening.
No, he ran away in shame.
Wow!
David picked up the dollar, left the change.
If only there were 99 more in a phone booth, we could make a good joke. We could recreate.
David.
Yes. David. Da 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 da.
Thank you.
Da 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 da. David rules. All right, David. Yeah, you picked up the buck though, didn't you?
I certainly did.
Wait,
Yeah.
David, how bad do you want to pick up the rest of that change?
You really want to, but you think it'll look bad, right?
He's sweating
Yeah,
so bad right
I
now.
do want to pick it up. I do.
It'll look bad.
How about you have Bobo pick it up for you?
All right, Bobo, come on.
Bobo, come
Come here, Bobo. Bobo, pick up the change, Bobo. Bobo, I need you, Bobo.
You missed the money, Bobo.
Bobo, pick that money up, Bobo.
Bobo, do you like picking up the money, Bobo?
But how much do I get to keep? I'm picking
Come
up
on,
the
Bobo,
money,
pick that
but
money up. What do you got there?
he's not letting me keep any.
Look at that. He looks like an electrician apprentice.
I lost my wallet, and I don't know where to put the change.
I have no gash on me, no gash.
Yeah, let's talk to Bobo as he picks up the change. Bobo, you get to keep this, by the way.
I got a whole bunch of pockets, so.
That's good.
He doesn't need a wallet. He's got pockets.
David's just cracking up here.
David,
I'm actually ordering a new wallet as. Yesterday, I ordered a new wallet.
Ordered one?
Ordered a wallet?
How do you order a wallet?
You can get one on every block in New York.
There's no pocket for money in it.
Well,
Order it. What kind?
now I'm getting a leather wallet. I plan on getting a leather wallet. I didn't order it yet, but I plan on getting a leather one.
Can we
Oh,
just
good
go
plan.
get a
He's
wallet?
planning
Yeah,
on
let's
it.
get one
It's a good
today.
plan.
It's Midtown
I
Manhattan. Get
plan
a
on
wallet.
getting a wallet. I think I want leather, but it could be nylon. Whichever holds money. The problem with ordering a wallet is I have to pay for it, but everything was in my wallet. It's quite a paradox.
Look at David directing Bobo where the change is.
Well, where his expertise lie.
yeah, right. David, is he doing a good job with the picking up of the change?
I'd like to know how much money Bobo is picking up right now.
Of course you would like
He's
to
getting a
know.
little nervous.
He's picking up way more than that lousy dollar you picked up.
Yep. See?
Maybe Bobo can give us a count.
Oh, really? Look at the nuts on Bobo. Wow.
Bobo,
Wow.
Bobo's got some fucking...
Bobo's got some balls over
He
there.
can make a wallet out of those. Holy fuck. And a purse.
Bobo's all balls.
Yeah. Bobo's like squatting over, so you can really it really accentuates.
His balls are dragging on the ground, pushing the change around. Like an elephant. Fucking Bobo.
Wow, Bobo.
Bobo rules.
Look at him crawling on the floor. He looks like Norton in a peep booth.
All right, Bobo. All right, Bobo. Enough with the change.
You got look at it right in his pockets.
Good for him.
He's not giving any
You know
to
what?
Dave.
I'm going to, hey, Bobo, I'm going to donate a $5 to your wallet cause right
Wow.
now.
Wow. Rich boss. Wow.
All
right.
He wants a receipt.
You
That's
grandma
okay.
with communion money? What the fuck
I'm
is
in
a
a good,
five?
I'm in a good mood. I'll be showing my DVDs out front after the show. You
can't buy a wallet with $5?
I said it's a beginning. If everybody else chips in, he could buy the wallet.
Hey,
I'm not
maybe
buying.
someday when he's got your kind of money, he can buy one of those big fag bag pocketbooks you carry around.
It's called a Louis Vuitton, okay? There,
Yeah,
pal.
fag
You
bag,
fucking
fag bag.
classless. Wait for the
That's
Coles.
actually one of my favorite episodes of Seinfeld. I used to make fun of my uncle for that.
All right, no more jokes. Or I want the
My
$5
uncle
back.
used to carry one of those. My father used to call it a fag bag when he was. My mom told me about this when he was young. When my father, because I was young when my father was alive.
Oh, right.
My father died when I was 4. God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. Oh, Jesus, Opie.
What are the odds that when you started talking, he ended up dead?
Oh, God.
That's rich. I get it's a joke.
Rich.
He
Too
seems
far.
like a nice kid. That was
What
too
happened-
far.
What happened was my father used to call my uncle's bag a fag bag.
Yeah. And your mom told you that. You don't remember your dad at all, though?
I remember him. I remember his voice. He was 6'6" tall.
Wow.
Wow, really?
As a matter of fact, my brother has his height.
Oh, shit. Let's not mess with Bobo anymore.
Wow.
My brother, who lives in California, by the way.
You remember his voice? Was it, you rang?
He sounded like me a little bit.
Really?
Bobo.
A little bit. That must have looked funny on a man with a big frame.
Cut or uncut?
He was tall, and by the way, my father was a Navy SEAL, by the way.
Was he?
He served in Vietnam.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did.
Wow, that's very
I have a
respectful.
feeling you would have liked him, Anthony, if he were alive today.
I probably would have. I could have seen him there. Got some stories.
There we were in the bush, and Charlie was coming at us. We affixed bayonets, and I ordered a charge. We had to keep our heads in the foxholes.
As a matter of fact, he also played in the minor leagues.
Hey, this isn't a fucking firing squad. Bonds.
My father also played in the minor
Yeah, we
leagues,
heard
by
you
the
about
way.
that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did.
Sorry, I'm doing platoon stuff.
Oh, you ever seen a fucking head come apart like that?
See, platoon. Never mind.
All right, let's hear it for Bobo.
I actually have that DVD.
You do.
Thank you, Bobo.
God bless, Bobo.
David
Who doesn't love Bobo?
David, is the broadcast back on track now? I think we did okay there, right?
I hope so.
You hope so, right?
Yes.
Or some heads are going to roll?
Saigon. I'm still in Saigon.
You gotta love them.
David, who would you fire today if you had to?
Wow.
For the problems that are happening.
What's that?
Who would you fire?
Who would you fire based on their performance today? Oh, man, he's looking back.
I don't know. Probably Eric.
Yeah. Eric could have to get kicked out,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
He's the fuck up of the day, man.
He sure is. Has Patty made her big appearance yet at the big live broadcast? No Patty yet? All right.
I have a very important job. I make people's coffee.
Does she make it or just order it? Like, take their order?
I think she actually makes it. I think they
Really?
Yeah, Colin, what do you think? You think
Oh, definitely.
You think she makes the coffee?
It's made
Patty's
with
always
love.
had a real, like, a homemaker touch about it. She's just waiting for a good man.
Yeah.
Oh, she just gets nervous when she's got to fraud the milk up. It reminds her too much of fucking jacking off a guy.
What happened?
53-year-old virgin. 54, what is she
She
now?
still give people hand jobs?
Yeah, she's touched enough dick in her life, but she always chuckles when she does it, and it's always on our show in public, wearing a Krusty the Clown mask. She won't just have straight missionary sex and get it over with, but she'll have some kind of twisted fucking wearing a Krusty the Clown mask on all fours while Jimmy sticks a thumb up her ass. That's fine.
That makes it okay.
But sex, I want to know the person's special. get Jimmy Norton's thumb up your ass, which pretty much means you have the HIV.
Yeah.
He knows him.
Yeah, I know the guy.
Why don't we go back to 2U for a song? We'll take a little break after the song. We want to make sure that the music stays on the radio. Brother Joe's tribute band is awesome. They're going to get back on stage in a minute. All right.
Yeah, there they go. They're taking the stage, as they say in the business.
Yeah. And then we're going to work the crowd a little bit. We're going to see if Stalker Patty has arrived. We're supposed to do the hairiest red ass contest today.
Yes. The hairiest or reddest hair ass.
The reddest. You're right.
Is it the reddest or hairiest? Wow. Who
The
knows?
reddest.
God forbid we change it in the middle.
Young Jack LaLanne is here.
Okay. It's a visual, but I'll give it to you, boss.
That guy looks like every 1970s cop that has ever been in film, right? All right, we're going to 2U, you guys.
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony live from Connolly's 47th and Madison. Let's go to the stage.
When you say you needed me, I was looking at myself. I'm blind, I could not see. Yeah. When a boy tries hard to be a man, his mother takes him by his hand, starts to think, he starts to cry. Oh, why? You walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. I will follow. You walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. I will follow. I was on the inside when you pulled the four walls down. I was looking at myself, I'm lost, I am found. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. I will follow. You walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. I will follow. Connolly's. Your eyes make a circle. I see where I'm going there. It's your eyes, your eyes. Walk away, walk away. I will follow. Come on. Walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. I will follow. You walk away, walk away, walk away, walk away. I will. I will. I will. I will.
We are live at Connolly's 47th and Madison Avenue. We got a huge crowd. What am I talking about? A real nice crowd.
Hell yeah.
And we just invited Pat Fruminacchi to sit with the big boys. Pat Fruminacchi.
He's at the big boy table now.
He sure is. What are your observations so far, Pat, of the big live broadcast?
It's a real party in here.
Yeah.
It's like a bar.
It is very odd at this hour because it is early. You kind of forget on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
You wind up going home hungover at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
And you go, now what?
I say, oh, it's just like every other day in my life.
I wasn't going to say it. Yeah.
That's all right.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to have to cut down on these beers before my first delivery.
I would love it. Your new van, your new used van, you just wrap it around a friggin' abutment on your way delivering some $25 fucking delivery.
I tried.
Colin's losing it. I have to get some old Cheryl Teagues poster to some guy in fucking Poughkeepsie. God damn, Pat.
Hey, just before we came back live, Voss was showing me his abs. Whatever.
His abs?
Well, I don't know why.
Again, he loves showing people that he's over 50 and still in shape, but people say he's over 50 in shape.
Yeah.
You're in shape for a guy that's over 50. You're not like 30s in shape.
Well, I shouldn't be because I'm over 50.
Yeah, but there are some people that are over 50 that look like they're at least in their 40s good shape.
No, I look like...
No, you
First
look
of all, I don't
50s
dye
good
my-
shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't dye your hair?
Never once dyed my hair. Never once. Swear to God.
You have no gray in that hair?
If you came this weekend to the Arlington Cinema Draft House, you would see that I didn't dye my hair.
boy.
I never dyed my hair once.
My stomach's over 50.
Thank you for saving me.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Anthony, I think the crowd needs to see Rich Voss's. Do you call it a six-pack of officially?
No, I'm not doing that.
Hell yeah, you are. If you're showing me, you're showing the fucking crowd. Get a chair. No, get a chair. Get a chair. Let's do this right. Get the chair. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Pat from Moonachie.
Hold on, Pat. Let me.
Pat from Moonachie.
Hold on.
What? Throw a harpoon at him.
Wow.
Pat decided to show his abs as well.
Holy fuck.
Pat's got great tits.
You really do.
His
Pat,
his stretch marks has stretch marks.
Pat, let me get a shot of that.
Oh, my.
No, he
Get
means
over here,
literally
get
a
over here.
shot with a 30-odd 6.
Jesus. That's Colin's goal.
Hey, hold on.
Right. There you go. Now that's one, Rich. That's a fucking joke.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Jesus. All right, Pat. Thank you.
Pat, you have Dunlap.
Oh, Jesus.
Your belly Dunlap over your dick.
His hanging belly is bigger than my dick.
Wow.
That was horrific, Pat. I thought you were losing weight. What happened?
I actually did lose a little weight.
I found it.
Hey, did the Biggest Loser call you back?
What's that?
Has that ship sailed, Biggest Loser?
How can he call himself?
Well,
Okay, that was just plain nasty.
my computer died.
Oh.
So
You sure it
if
didn't
they
commit
accepted
suicide?
me, I don't know about it.
Oh, so you're
How
holding
did it
out
taste?
Yeah.
He's holding out hope that it's because the computer died that they haven't called him.
Oh, is that it?
Well, they could have called, but usually they email.
Would you have a little? How old was your computer?
It's like 4 years old.
Yeah.
There was like a chip that had a heat sink on it, and it was held in like a rat trap, and it broke off and it shorted out my motherboard. And
then
they
you
don't
found
make
out
that
the
motherboard.
inventor of the ENIAC computer died, and you couldn't get parts for it. I can't find tubes anymore. They don't have tubes in the hardware store. Oh, Pat.
That's correct.
You poor bastard. Literally, you're
Good
poor,
poor
and your father abandoned you.
Yes.
So, perfect
Hey,
definition for you.
Very accurate.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, we got Jay Moore calling in.
Jay Moore!
Jay Moore's, everybody.
Jay Moore!
We got to hook this up.
Let me tell you something. Opie, right from the start, I'm going to say, this is going to work flawlessly. We're going to be able to hear Jay. He's going to hear us. The audience will hear it.
It's going to
work flawlessly.
Yeah, it's going to be very.
An
I
engineering
think you're being
marvel.
sarcastic.
Oh, God. Literal Colin.
I hear him breathing. I think we might have hooked this up nice. Jay Moore's, everybody.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Jay Moore's.
Oh my gosh, where are you?
We're
at Connolly's.
Yeah, we're in
the heart of Manhattan. We're here for St. Patty's Day with a bunch of people drinking already at
Of
and
course, as long as you
9:30
have your
Eastern
coffee
time.
first, you're not an alcoholic.
Yeah, what's that?
We didn't hear you, Jay.
I said, as long as you have your coffee first, you're not
We
an
heard
alcoholic.
you. Jimmy's not here. I got to fill in a little. Yeah.
I just came W11, Anthony.
He broke up a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't hear you again.
I didn't even know we were dating.
Oh my gosh, Pat.
That's Pat from Unaki,
Hey, that's
yes.
a perfect Pat from Unaki line.
Always with a good singer.
Yeah.
Hey, I just came from CW11.
Uh-oh. How'd that go?
It was great. I just talked trash about everybody in the studio, and everybody agreed. Like whoever I was talking to agreed with whoever I was a bad mouthing.
Wait, you were bad-mouthing people in our studio?
No.
Oh.
I was at CW11, and I go, look at Jill Nicolini. You know, she poops her pants. And they're like, I know, right? And then I looked at, like, the anchor, and I go, that guy sure loves pussy. And they're like, I know, right? Because he's a super gay guy.
Oh, shit.
And then I'm like, wow, this is, like, the only girl here that would probably sleep with Tracy Morgan. And the other girl's like, I know, right? Like, they all just were backstabbing crazy people.
All running around with knives. It's like playing Call of Duty 4 with Dane Cook. Yeah.
They cut to Jill Nicolini live in Times Square, and there's not a soul on the street, and she's trying to make a piece out of it, and she's running around in an oversized green hat and like a blinking green bow tie, like, in just 6 hours, there'll be a human being near me.
You know what you should have done? Tried to take somebody's clothing and then burn it. Because that usually attracts a crowd.
Or she just pooped the bed.
Ooh.
Hey, Jay, we got
Alley-oops.
Colin.
They should play, they should do a game for St. Patty's Day. Have 3 different closets with girls in it, and she wins a prize if she opens the door with the girl wearing green.
Hey, Jay, we got Colin Quinn.
I had the best time yesterday, and it was so good to see you guys, and I just wanted to call back and tell you thanks.
Yeah. It was a very fun, getting rave reviews on your appearance on the show.
Amazing.
Jay's one of those guys that could come back to the show years later, and it's like he never left. You're that annoyed to still have him there.
Mm-hmm. Patrice seemed like...
Please hold.
Like he got taken...
I had to crash myself, sorry.
Sorry, officer, I had a couple beers.
What about Patrice there, Jay?
Patrice seemed genuinely to be taken out of his game a little halfway through. When I was challenging him about Dean Edwards and the other impressionist, he seemed a little...
yeah.
Well, he didn't know you as an impressionist. I think he now knows that Jay does the voices.
Man, I can work on my Patrice.
Uh-oh.
You're working
Is
on
Voss
Patrice.
there?
Yeah.
Voss is here.
course he
Colin
is.
Quinn is here.
What's happening, man?
Gosh, really?
Yeah.
It's a part you should have been here.
Why? He's in New York. He has time.
Yeah, where
to come.
are you?
Come by.
Get your ass back down here.
Are you kidding me? I get to go on The View. I would have missed that for all the tea in China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's better. The View.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Right.
of walking up and
Up 3
fingering
fucking-
Elizabeth Hasselbeck on my way out.
Oh, yeah. That would probably smell like a Republican.
Yeah.
That's right, Anthony.
Is is Colin on the phone? But he's next to me.
This is
How is
crazy.
this possible?
Let me talk to Colin, and we'll talk to each other. And will anybody be able to hear it except viewers?
No, we could all hear.
Yeah, we can
Viewers.
hear it, yeah.
What? Oh.
Jay,
Where is he?
Jay, I understand
Hey,
you want.
Colin. Last time I saw you was at Gleason's gym trying to put on the 12-ounce gloves.
I heard you on Rachel Ray last week. Is that true?
Yeah, I was on Rachel Ray. The whole studio was orange. Bizarre. The whole place. Let's make it look feel good. You like Rachel Ray, Colin?
Yeah, I think she's very talented.
She's a nice girl. Very nice. Nice staff. Everyone. Start from the head on down. You know that.
Ew, I hate.
That's right.
I hate network TV hit series, Jay.
Yeah, Jesus.
Why are you complimenting Rachel Ray?
Uh-oh, look who's here. I want Jay to talk as me to Patty.
Oh God, Stalker
Why am I-
Patty just walked
But
in.
Anthony, I can answer your question. Why do I like Rachel Ray?
Yeah, why are you nice?
My son, when he was like 3 and a half,
Hi,
used to walk
Patty.
up to his stepmother and said, "Can we watch Rachel Ray?" And it's like every night they would lay in bed and eat cashews before he went to sleep, and they would spend a half hour and just watch Rachel Ray together.
This isn't
And
the
that became
ex-wife,
new.
is it?
What?
Not the ex, right?
No.
I don't know who you're speaking of.
Oh, okay.
No,
No.
the real one.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. Okay.
And like that was their like beautiful little sweet Norman Rockwell bonding moment, and it was always nice. And she would just cook food, and then she would cook it subsequently for him down the line.
It sounds
It was
charming.
very sweet.
It does sound charming.
Don't bore everybody, dummy, with your stupid Rachel Ray story. Put Rick Ross on the microphone.
Stupid. No, I want you to talk to Patty as me.
No,
Can Patty sit on my lap? Can Patty sit on my lap?
Yeah, Patty can sit on your lap.
Patty, come here.
Patty, sit on Colin's lap.
Yeah, we got
I want Jay to talk. I want Jay to talk as me to Patty.
All right, hold on,
Yeah.
Jay. We're getting Stalker Patty on Colin Quinn's lap.
Patty's coming over. As he goes, Colin, get a big, hard Irish dick that's all 2 inches of it.
Go ahead,
Gotta get a
Patty.
stunt cock.
I'm on the phone, Patty.
All right, Colin
Hi,
Quinn.
Colin.
There you go.
How bizarre is this, Patty? You're sitting on my lap, and at the same time, I'm talking to you on the phone right now. This is pretty weird for Patty. Patty's sitting on my lap, dreaming about one of the Zac Efron boys. Not Zac Efron exactly, probably his brother. Somebody off the beaten path, Efron.
Listen to what Jay.
By the way, listen to the awesome improv that Stalker Patty will be
Yeah,
giving
Patty
everybody.
can improv like no one
It's
else.
amazing. All right, Patty, say something to Colin Quinn on the phone.
Hi, Colin. How you doing? Guess who this
Oh, that was a
is?
good one, Patty. You went deep into the well of human resources for the comment. That was good. You could have said anything. You know, there's 4,000 dictionaries out there, and you go with hello. You could have really made a stand, Patty. You could have said, spay and neuter your cats.
My cat's already spayed.
Instead, you went with hello, dummy.
Hey, literal Patty.
That's
awesome. You stink, Patty. You're awful.
Patty, how much green beer would it take Patty to make out with Rich Voss? Because let's face it, Rich's marriage is on the rocks.
It's coming.
The only
If
thing I
anybody
like
knows,
is
it's
White
him.
Zinfandel.
What,
Is it-
Patty?
The
Wait.
only thing I like is White Zinfandel.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, really?
Really?
You're racist.
Really living on the edge.
What did Patty say about me?
I don't like anything else.
She likes White Zinfandel.
Yeah, White
How
Zinfandel.
hammered do you get? Get Patty someone get Patty a White Zinfandel. You're done working for the day, right?
Yeah, but that's all I have.
Well, have a White Zinfandel. Come on. You want to?
No problem. It's fruity tasting. It tastes
It's
good.
fruity tasting. Ooh.
So is Colin.
It's coming.
We get Patty on Housewives of New York. You know, Patty can lives in her little hovel. She's hanging out with Jill Zarin.
She lives in Travis Bickle's apartment.
One day there'll
It's
be a knock on
very
the door.
small.
You look up and it'll be me. Love, Patty. One of these days I organize.
Patty, you got anything to say to Colin Quinn on the phone or what?
Would you like a caramel macchiato?
Great.
Wow,
I need about 10 of them.
But you gotta learn to leave work at work. You know what I mean?
You made 10 caramel macchiato. Wow,
That's all
Patty.
everybody
That's
ordered.
fascinating.
Yeah, that's amazing, Patty. Unbelievable.
You know what I order when I go there, Patty? Coffee.
That too.
She is the
worst
worst improver
ever.
She's the go-to
Oh.
ever. She's the go-to bit.
Yeah, yeah. She's the go-to bit.
Yeah.
In all fairness, she didn't show up today and licking her lips going, you guys think I can get my chops with some improv today?
True, I'll give you that.
She just showed up and you guys shoveled
That's a
dirt
good
on her.
point.
We shoveled It is true.
It is.
Why do we expect so much out of her? You're right.
You know what Patty is? Fire at second base and you're all Billy Martin just kicking dirt on her feet.
It's like expecting the guy that played Corky to do Shakespeare and then all pissed off at him when he doesn't. When he
Expecting-
drools on the skull.
You just call me
Graduated
Corky.
from the ground.
Wait, what, Colin?
Nothing.
All right.
Graduated from what?
Oh, Patty, enough.
All right, Patty.
You with your Heinrich Himmler glasses. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's get Patty off Colin Quinn's lap. Get
Bye,
her,
honey.
get her a White Zinfandel.
Okay.
Yeah, get her a White Zinfandel. I want to see her a little hammered.
Patty from Moonaki.
I bet she sluts out. I bet she
Colin
starts
just say
grinding on legs.
Did Colin just say Patty from Moonaki?
No.
You think when she drinks some of that Zinfandel, she like gets on a guy's leg and goes, "I'm so horny. Oh God, I need it now. Look how wet I am.
Oh, just the thought. Leaving a slug
Hey,
trail.
Colin.
Yeah.
Just don't let Voss drink today, otherwise he won't have an opening bit.
23 years.
Let me tell you something, folks. I had a little slip last week at Opie and Anthony.
Listen, if I'm going to slip, it's not going to be with fucking alcohol. I'm going to smoke crack like a man. All right, this little pussy alcohol drinking shit. Fucking suck a dick to get high, then talk to me. All right, fucking pussy bullshit.
Well, you're the weirdo. I did it. I just never did it to get high.
Yeah, you did it.
I did it because I was a man.
Oh, shit.
And by the way, Rich, there's no H in smoke.
Really?
Really?
Smoke.
Really?
Smoke.
Danny.
Oh, well, have fun today, boys. I really just called to tell you thank you for yesterday. It was so much fun seeing you guys.
Absolutely.
Jay
Come
Moore.
back
Later,
to
Jay.
us.
Good luck on The View. Is
Yes.
it with Barbara or without?
Without Barbara.
Ah, why? What the fuck?
Who cares?
She only drops in when, like, things, people she considers big stars to be on.
I was on The View with Barbara.
Oh, shut
I
up.
was on with Barbara. Shut up.
Yeah, probably at the beginning when she did every show. Now old Graham Cracker Womb doesn't stop in for fucking shit.
Graham Cracker Womb.
Fuck her.
Well, you're
Fuck her in the ass, Jay.
You're upset on how The View is run.
I am very upset that Jay Moore is getting dissed by that.
Why? It doesn't matter
bitch.
anymore. Nobody cares about Barbara anymore.
No, but when Barbara's
The show's got a life of its own.
when Barbara's there, it's considered a more important show.
They ran out of Vaseline
You
for
think
the
she
lens.
wasn't showing up when Michelle Obama was stopping in?
Why do we have
she
to
wasn't
talk
gonna
about
be
The
there?
View, for Christ's sake? St.
Because
Patty's
we're
Day.
just a bunch of girls, Colin.
Pat Munaki.
Yes, sir.
What do you got, Pat?
Oh, they ran out of Vaseline for the lens. I know you heard me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sons of bitches.
All right, let's let Jay Moores go. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey,
Jay
listen.
Moore.
Jay Moore's.
Opie.
Have fun. Yeah, Jay.
Opie.
Yeah, Jay.
You please Jimmy out. I'll move to New York, okay?
Oh,
wow.
shit.
He's vying for third mic.
Oh, shit.
Vying for third mic.
Blind CC. All right, Jay Moore, everyone.
Believe me, if Jimmy could take Jay's gig, he'd be gone in a
Oh,
second.
no kidding. He would trade in a second.
Hell yes.
All right, what do we got going on? You want to do another 2U song? We got the breathalyzer.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone ready for the breathalyzer? And you ready for a breathalyzer just to set the mark?
Dude, I'm 1 1/4 beers in, please.
You got
A breathalyzer at this point is pure oxygen.
Does that detect cum on your breath?
Yeah, Voss, go ahead, breathe in it. Fucking explode it. You'll see it short out.
We could do a 2U song and come right back to
That's
the
a
live
breath of
That means you have a
Geyser.
lot of cum on your breath, Rich.
Yeah, you set yourself up is basically what he's saying.
could've
Why don't we
been
do a song from 2U and we'll come back with the live broadcast. Opie
Play
Anthony,
it!
live from Connolly's 47th and Madison here in New York City.
How many Irish motherfuckers we have in the house tonight? You guys better light it up to this one.
I can't believe it is today. I can't close my eyes, make it go away. How must we sing this song? Tonight, we can this one. Tonight, broken bottles on the children's feet, bodies still across the dying street, and I won't heed the battle cry. It puts my back up against the wall. Sunday, bloody Sunday. Yeah, let's go. In the There's many lost honey who has won. The tension's stuck within our hearts. And mothers, children, brothers, sisters torn apart. Sunday, how long must we sing this song? Wipe your tears away. Wipe your tears away. Wipe your tears away. Oh, wipe your tears away. Sunday, bloody Sunday. Oh. Sunday, bloody Sunday. We're so sick of that. No. And it's true, all of you. In fact, you're switching to beauty. And today the millions cry. We need to take one Sunday time. And the battle is begun. The flame of the tree Jesus won. Sunday, bloody Sunday. Sunday, bloody Sunday.
All right, if you're Irish and it's St. Paddy's Day, we want to hear you guys get loud.
You know the words. Sing after us.
We want to hear you get really loud on this one.
Sunday, bloody Sunday. Sunday, bloody Sunday. Nice, nice. Sunday, bloody Sunday.
One more time, New York.
Sunday, bloody Sunday. One more time, come on.
All right. Let's hear it for 2U, everyone. 2U. That's right. We're live at Connolly's 47th and Madison. Crowd is growing. Huge fucking crowd checking us out live tonight.
Yeah, you had to know.
Excuse me. We greatly appreciate that, obviously. A reset. We got Colin Quinn.
Me and Pat Munaki were watching Rich Voss's mood swing during the break.
What happened?
He was just sitting there staring off in the distance.
He does go to another place during the break.
He's like, wow, this is different than comedy. You got to like play to the audience at home instead of the crowd here. I'm like, yeah, Rich, that's what we're trying to do
it's
here.
completely different. Like Here, it's a live audience, and you get pumped up for a live audience.
Yeah.
Like when I do TV, which is a while
my
ago.
God.
He gets lost in lost translation.
All right.
That was almost good if you didn't F it up.
All right. When we start talking about meatloaf, then you jump in, stupid. Okay? Jesus. Fucking
Hey, bring me
comedy.
some meatloaf. I'll jump in.
Jesus, I don't know which is the worst delivery, his job or him here.
We got to go to Sam because something's going on with David. Now, you might remember David is all about making sure we have a perfect broadcast, Anthony.
He is so on the ball today.
Well, that's what we're getting at. He was until someone showed up. Sam, you want to fill everybody in what's going on with David. Last we checked in, he was all about the broadcast, very concerned, watching everybody. He wants people fired.
Yeah.
But then what happened?
Well, unfortunately, while you guys were doing the live read and doing the David voice, he had no idea why you were doing that because he stopped paying attention because he found Boner Bikini Girl from Facebook in the crowd.
Oh
Boner
my God.
Bikini Girl from Facebook is here.
Boner Bikini Girl. That's the girl. Now, David was on Facebook during the show, mind you.
Right.
Looking at her pictures, and she was in a bikini in one.
Is that true, David?
Yes.
And then the guys saw that he had a boner.
Yeah.
All right, Boner Bikini Girl.
Boner Bikini Girl from Facebook, everyone. Why would that might be on?
Who also happens to be a graphic artist.
Yes.
Hey.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm glad I could inspire boners, but David, you realize you called me a butterface on the air.
Whoa!
David, you did. No, you did.
She's fucking good looking, this
Wait,
one.
well, David is very honest, though. David, focus. Did you call her a butterface on our show?
I think I did.
Whoa!
So I have a busted mug. Is that what you're telling me? Am I just like not attractive enough for you?
No, you are.
For
No,
me, you
that
are.
wasn't
For me.
right of me.
No, you think she's a lot hotter in person there, David?
You think she's hotter in person? Definitely, yes.
Yeah, all right. Well, you're not really paying attention to the broadcast anymore because she showed up.
Everyone was saying you were just standing over there talking with her when shit is going on that you're supposed to be paying attention to.
Right.
I should have been paying. I should have been. Yeah.
I swear to
Yeah,
God.
you should have been. Well, apologizing doesn't, or acknowledging it. You didn't even apologize. Acknowledging your fuck-ups doesn't make it better.
You're not
You're
looking.
just saying, yes, I did.
You're not looking good in front of the big bosses who are here from Sirius,
Do
by
you
the way.
understand how big a bosses are here
I see
today?
them. They're here. Yes.
And you're just fucking lollygagging around talking to a girl that you said had a busted grill.
Uh-oh.
Cock block.
And I think
Yes, Sam.
I think he was at least semi-hard. I don't think he had a full boner.
Well, let's ask David. You get a little. You get a little.
Maybe a little, not too hard. A
little boner. That isn't even. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is that a challenge? Am I supposed to give you a full boner?
Yeah, me too.
David, would you like a full boner?
Say anything. Say anything but yes, and we'll beat your balls in.
His hand's in his pocket, so I don't know what he's trying to hide something.
He's playing a little pocket pool. David.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
I don't know.
hey, Danny.
Wait.
I want to look at her. She's fucking sexy, this one, man.
Dude, you're married. What the
I'm
fuck?
gonna think of her when I'm fucking Bonnie tonight. I swear
Let
to
me
God.
tell you something.
I swear to God, I'm gonna think of you when
I
I'm
can
fucking my wife.
totally see a much younger Bonnie. She kind of reminds me of a much younger Bonnie.
Why? Is she sleeping with another comic?
Are you calling me a 12-year-old boy? What do you mean?
No.
Did she just call my wife
I
a
would
boy?
never say that.
Like, now she knows all my
never say
fantasies.
that.
No, she looks a little like a Duster Girl, walking on sunshine.
Shut up, stupid. I'm fantasizing. Your voice just fucked it up.
I'm just saying the type of girl she is looks like
yes.
Bonnie at a younger age. That's all. Not like 10, because Bonnie's old now.
No, she's not.
Dude, I just wanted to see his face. I wanted to see his face, and you got all on.
To your standards, anybody over 22 is old, so shut the fuck up.
22?
Okay, I'll help you with your homework now.
There's something going on here, though. Go ahead, Rich.
What?
Talk to her. Because
I think
you're going to
Menstruation starts, I end.
That's the girl. That's the kind of girl when I was at bars that was so hot that that would never talk to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
Because-
something's never changed,
I
Rich.
know.
Can't get
How
nothing
old are
over
you?
her.
How?
28. Too old for Aunt.
Wow, you looked very young.
Do you have
Thank
a
you.
boyfriend?
I don't.
Why?
You remember my stand-up?
Oh, I thought that was you.
Yeah.
Oh, you got inverted nipples, right?
I have one inverted nipple.
I'll
yes.
I'll cut a
I
slit down
do.
your back and suck your tit with a straw. I don't give a fuck.
That's a challenge.
Oh yeah, I thought that was you.
Yeah.
You look sexy with your glasses.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I was going to convulsions backstage. You saw me at my best.
She started crying and stuff.
It was the O&A Funniest Listener contest, and she
Yeah.
was the last to go on stage because she was having complete panic attacks backstage because of Rich Voss's wife, because Bonnie was too harsh on the comics that night.
Bonnie said she had better incest memories than some of those comics. She told.
Bonnie's good. Yeah, keep quoting Bonnie lines and get some laughs.
I got a lot of
motherfucker.
fucking laughs. Let me tell you something, Sahara hair. I had a lot of fucking laughs. Fucking pita bread hair. I had a lot of fucking laughs.
Hey!
I'm just saying, I want to tell the Kaylee line at Bonnie.
I'm bringing the mullet back.
Listen, bringing it back. When did it ever leave?
Listen to Bonnie's
with our crowd. You're right.
Listen to Bonnie's Kaylee line told by Rich Voss.
Bonnie told a comic at that event that Kaylee's remains had funnier bones.
And it got the same reaction.
I didn't say
thought
it.
it should have
Bonnie-
got something
Bonnie
at
said-
comics.
That girl was funny though. She went on stage. for the
I told her she had a nice set before I knew she was a comic.
Jesus Christ. Stick a fork in him.
No, Colin's loving it though.
I know.
Colin
That's 'cause-
loves Pat.
That's because Pat makes Colin look healthy.
Colin, you love
Pat
the
has,
Pat?
I love Pat, and Pat has beautiful nipples.
Yeah.
They're like lovely pink
Well,
nipples.
fuck you.
I'm the new Farrah Fawcett.
Pat's like a Midwest farm girl.
She has a beautiful nipple.
Yeah, all
See,
right.
it's fucking hot.
All right, we'll...
Let's go. She has a beautiful nipple.
Now, I've also heard that one of the listeners brought Anthony a gift today.
Yeah.
Let's find out what the gift is. Sam, move on to the listener that brought
10
Anthony.
millimeter.
I'm always thrilled with listeners' gifts.
Yeah.
It's a 50 cal.
Actually, yeah. The only ones I really like, unfortunately, and this, please don't take this the wrong way, are gifts with swastikas on them. Because they're authentic from the era, collectibles. They're collectibles. Do you know some listener gave me a Nazi officer's hat that I have displayed in my office?
Rich, are you happy to hear that?
Wonderful.
Hello, is Mr. Voss here? Who is it? We want to speak, but I'm your neighbor. I've been selling your family bread for years. Get out here. You need to be outside in the courtyard with the rest of the people.
I would love him to be my landlord. Do I smell gas?
The Diary of Rich Voss.
Here he is.
You can't read it because all the saliva smeared the ink.
This kid's a real thing, too.
All right, let's go to the listener that brought Anthony a
This
gift.
kid's
Sam.
like Romper Stomper, Russell Crowe.
Sam, take it away.
This is Mike, and he brought a present for Anthony.
Mike?
Mike from Long Island.
Hopefully it's hair conditioner.
Mike!
Oh, my
Hey,
God.
my hair's only
Anthony,
dry
I
where it
brought you
needs
a
to be cut.
All right, Mike. Sam handing the gift from Mike over to Anthony.
It is in a
A baby in a body bag.
Yeah, it does look like a little body bag.
Yeah.
I think it's an Adolf Hitler throw pillow.
Let's open this up. Oh, I know what it is already.
What is
I
it?
can feel the horrid texture of the material. It's a Snuggie.
A Snuggie. Why don't we...
What the hell came with the Snuggie?
It comes with an eraser.
A butt plug?
I think it's a book light.
A book light.
Oh, the free book light. Right, I forgot.
Who would need that?
It's a book light with a lampshade made out of Voss's relatives.
Made out of the foreskin.
Jesus. Why don't we have Patty put on the Snuggie? Because I know Ant's not going to do it. Hey, Patty.
Hopefully it turns into a Snuffy.
and then
Snuggie on.
Then beat her like a piñata.
Let's see.
Now let's see if she even knows how it goes on. It's a blanket with sleeves. It's not a robe, so don't fuck this up.
Aunt wants to know if it comes in white
You're
with a
fucking
hood.
it up.
She's fucking it up.
Look, you're
She's
fucking
it
up.
up.
It's a blanket with sleeves, you idiot. You wear it like a straitjacket.
Oh, you dummy!
Oh, look
What
at
are
her.
you? She doesn't have TV, obviously.
She doesn't know how to put on a goddamn
She's
snuggie.
putting it on like a robe.
She looks like the Grand Yuck.
Oh,
I don't know.
oh my
Look
God.
I never wore one before.
She's putting it on like Mike Brady did in his final days.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it because I've never worn
Patty,
You don't know how to fuck either.
there's only two ways. If the first way didn't work, then try the second.
Yeah. Like a straitjacket, crazy woman.
All right, there's Patty. She's
There you
putting on
go.
the snuggie.
Put it on. Put it on Colin, then it could be the AIDS quilt.
It's not very snuggy on her belly, is it?
No, it's not.
Wow. That is really bad.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Those things are awful. I'll tire.
You look like the octuplet mom wearing a wetsuit.
All right, Patty's got the snuggie on. Patty, did you have your white Zinfandel?
What?
You have your white Zinfandel.
Yeah, I drank it already. It's good. I wish I could afford it.
You lush. Have another one. It's on us.
No, it's okay.
Have another.
Hey, let's have her do the
expensive.
breathalyzer. Danny, why don't you give her the breathalyzer?
Okay.
See how she's doing on one Zinfandel.
Blow as hard as you can.
And don't stop.
Keep going. Don't
Keep
stop.
going,
No,
keep
don't
going.
stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Keep blowing. Keep blowing. No, you can't stop. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Keep going deep.
I don't think we got a good reading because she did stop, but
She
it is
got the
reading.
lung capacity of
I
a.
can't help it. I have asthma.
Shut up. She's
I'll give you asthma.
right now. She's only at 0.05, so we need to get her a little more drunk.
Hey, that's not bad.
Also,
Yes,
for
Sam.
some reason, she's having some trouble getting her hands out of the snuggie. I don't know what E-Rock did to secure it.
Oh wow. Okay.
E-Rock, what did you do to the snuggie on Patty?
I was just securing it in the back so she could wear it properly.
And it's open in the back, so ass sex for everyone.
The two sleeves are behind her back, tied in a knot.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, look at that. It's a straitjacket. No, don't.
Oh, no.
What a mess she is. She's tied up in that snuggie.
We could play Full Metal Jacket with Patty.
Give her a
Push
blanket
her down
party.
the stairs.
We need some pillowcases with bars of soap in it. Ow! Ow! Ow!
We use her body and Pat's head.
Yeah.
Give her a couple more Zinfandels and send her down the stairs.
Hey, Patty, you want another Zinfandel?
Now what is she doing?
You want another drink?
As Zinfandel?
Yeah, someone get Patty another Zinfandel.
Yeah, we'll get you another Zinfandel.
There you go. Put a roofie in it so we can all fuck her.
All right, well, there you go.
I need a roofie to fuck her.
Patty, Voss is turned on by the little comic girl, though.
I know. She's so.
Boner girl from Facebook.
Well,
She's Voss's type.
Yeah.
She's I'm telling you, when I saw her
Breathing.
on stage. Oh, God. She is a fucking cutie, this one.
No, she is. She's very cute.
I hate to interrupt the wonderful comedy, but Danny just wrote this down. 2 people are here for the reddest ass hair contest.
If we got 2, we got a contest, my friend.
Are we really going to do this? The reddest. We're just like, what the fuck?
I was just getting hairy. It's better than so.
Whatever.
I hope there's no confusion what this contest is about.
It's not. Is this a young John Voight contest?
No. I hope they know it's about red hair on the ass, and Don Imus doesn't come down to try
Don't
to
look at
win.
me. I don't give a fuck how your hairy ass looks. He's staring at me.
Holy shit!
Those
It's
tight
not red.
pants, you should have a yeast infection.
You got gray hair on your ass?
You got gray hair on your ass.
A few. Yes. Some of my undercarriage is gray.
You are. What do you do for a living, sir?
He's talking to you.
What do you do for a living, sir?
Iron worker.
An iron worker. I would have fucking guessed that in a second.
Dad?
An iron worker.
Oh, Pat thinks it might be his dad.
Oh, his dad's an iron worker.
Pat, you're right. That's good. All right, Pat. Let's go to Pat. Pat, you all right?
Pat.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh, Pat.
I didn't know Dad had red ass hair.
His dad was an iron worker that abandoned him
Yeah.
when he was a young boy.
Yeah.
Get out
And,
of here,
he
really?
lived-
Oh, yeah,
he
for
lives-
real.
He lives within miles of him, very close. but he's not dropped by to see him in how many years?
He's driven by.
How old am I? 45?
Yeah, in 40.
44 and a half years.
Get the fuck out. At a half a year, he knew what a fucking mess you were going to be now. He had
I had foresight.
He had a vision.
He's like, I'll take my chances walking on iron girders high above the city before I want to be this kid's father.
Stop wearing a safety strap.
You're a safety net.
He was catching those hot rivets with his bare hands.
He took the better option.
Able to lead tall babies.
Colin,
Pat.
Let's go to
Oh,
Colin.
that's sad.
Colin, what are you? Colin is taking it.
It's sad. It's just a sad story.
A little bit.
And now you know where he lives. He lives in a trailer at the end of the runway at Teterboro.
I tell people I have skid marks on my roof from the plane's landing.
And in your underwear. From your corned beef contest.
Well, are we doing the red? Oh, wonderful.
I know him.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. These are the same boxes of underwear you got to buy these days.
Can I have one to stare at?
When you go to buy underwear, you got to bring up
That's what my ass looks like.
Danny.
gay porno to
Hey.
the checkout girl.
Here's Danny, everyone. Danny.
I like this gay pornography.
Is this the new Abercrombie & Fitch package?
That's nice, huh?
Danny, so
Hey,
why
Rex.
are you handing out the sexy underwear?
Listen to me.
Well, if we're going to do the either hairiest or reddest or hairiest reddest or however we want to do this, this is what our contestants have to be in because they can't show their naked ass because this is a public place.
Right.
So we have to have them in thongs.
This
So-
is legitimate undergarments.
So I guess you call that underwear.
I don't know. I can't even find a way to tip this over where I don't have to look at it.
You call it underwear, I call it a tease.
If you ask an iron worker to wear this, that's the last stand for America.
That's it. It's over. We're done as a country. You're right.
So obviously,
Iron worker.
it's safe to assume that Steve did the shopping for this.
Yes, I like this.
I want to see all of the ass.
I wear this all the time.
How about we blow off the contest?
Yeah.
Blow off what?
Right. Well, what do you think, Colin?
I'm still interested in why Voss seems to be attracted to smart girls.
to work.
You know what I mean?
Wait, he's got to get back to work. Is this contest on? or what?
got to go back to work.
I
I'll
know.
show you my ass, but I don't have time to put that on.
Is this what you want? This what we need is an iron worker drinking.
Well, he might have a beer in his hand. Right?
What's a crane gonna fall or something?
Right.
I think David's getting a steel girder in his pants.
Well, you know. All right.
Well, what are you doing?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, just go. Yeah, have fun there, sir. That guy's got to go walk on some iron girders after some beers.
Color me disappointed.
What's up, Sam?
We have a second contestant.
We have a second contestant for the contest. We're not going to be doing, I don't think.
All right.
What's up, sir?
What's your name?
What's going on, guys? Bobby Shaft.
Hi, Bobby. What's your deal?
Bobby Shaft is a porno
Who
name.
is-
yeah, it
That's a
is.
stage name.
And starring Bobby Shaft.
Who is the man that would risk his neck for fellow man?
Shaft. Bobby
Yeah.
Put on the thumb.
Yeah. Fuck it.
They say this man Shaft is a fat fuck.
Shut your mouth.
You don't want to see me in this thing.
No.
We can see you. Yes, we do.
That scares the hell out of me, but awesome.
Are you kidding me? If you put that on, that will be the highlight of the day.
I think so, actually.
And is it red hair? Do you have a red hairy ass? Just a hairy ass?
How hairy is your ass?
Well, my girlfriend said it's not that bad, but my back is awful, so I'll take off my shirt if you want. Fuck it.
What's your tattoo? The left side of a menu?
They're all just yelling at us now. What? What?
They're chanting for Bobby Shaft.
Oh, they're chanting for Bobby Shaft. Pat, let me go to Pat. Pat, if Bobby Shaft puts on the sexy underwear, will you, Pat Fumanaki,
Oh, my God.
put the sexy underwear on too?
Of course.
Pat Fumanaki! All right, why don't you guys go into the back and
this
put
come
on
in
the
3X?
sexy underwear? Well, that's why we want you to put them on, Pat.
Oh, my
They're going to be a bit snug. All right, they're going into the back room to put on the sexy underwear that Steve shopped for.
Yes. I just liked the picture.
Yeah.
Do you have a frame for these underwear pictures?
David has a problem with what's going on.
David, what's the matter, David?
David is panicking because he wants to know where the iron worker went.
Would you like him too?
Where did he go? He chickened out. Oh.
All right, David, please. Let's go to Bobo
David's
for a
so
minute.
enthusiastic.
Bobo, what do you think of Pat from Menaki putting on the sexy men underwear?
No homo.
Very good.
That's what I repeat in my head.
Yeah, over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. I repeat that in my head over and over again.
Hold on, everyone's talking at the same time. What, Bobo?
Say it again.
I repeat no homo in my head over and over again.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. We heard that.
Yeah.
There's another one. Whatever.
Even when he's not on the air.
I'm not a bad child.
I'm no homo.
Maybe I need to get drunk so this all makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Pat in the back. He has to sign out paperwork to put on a thong.
I know he filled out paperwork earlier, so this is new paperwork?
Yeah, Colin, what do you think of the butt crack that's
What is the- oh
staring
my
at you
God.
there, Colin? Nice, right?
Well, I keep thinking, if he was like, with his natural genetics, if he was like a thin girl, he'd be hot. You know what I mean? Because his face is kind of pretty.
Who?
He's got nice skin.
Pat? He's got
But if
great
he was like-
breasts.
he's got nice breasts, beautiful nipples. And look, his ass.
He has nice skin
Dude,
if you're blind.
During
and
the
you wanna
break,
feel-
Colin actually complimented his nipples.
Yeah, you did. Colin, wait till you see his ass.
If he was a young,
Wait.
like, thin girl, he would be hot.
Yeah.
I love Pat, but you're about to see the most horrific ass ever. Ever.
Terrific? What?
Horrific.
So would half these fans. if they were-
Terrific.
Horrific.
Terrific.
This crowd is getting
Rambunctious.
You want
I
to
like
do
it.
You want to do a 2U song? By that time, Pat will be in that.
Yeah, let's have these guys get changed
All right.
into their thongs.
Hey,
Wow, we sure know how to sexy up a gig.
I think we lost Brother Joe. I think he's just kind
Yeah,
of.
all I know is last week.
Yeah.
Last week, you guys were like, "Oh, we're gonna have like naked oil wrestling on St. Patty's Day, hot girls."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's Pat and that kid.
Well, we
and
ran
Bobby
it past
Shaft.
Did you just call him that thing?
We ran it past the lawyers, and apparently they're Siegfried and Roy, because they won't allow us to fucking do anything that involves a female.
But if Bobby Shaft wants to take his prick out
Bobby
of fun.
Shaft.
Good old Bobby Shaft.
Who doesn't love Bobby Shaft? Wow, the girls love
Bobby
Bobby
Shaft.
Shaft. With a name like Shaft.
Bobby Shaft has his.
Oh, Bobby
band called
Shaft. They're chanting for Bobby
It's like
Shaft.
he's gonna fight Jet Li in 5 minutes.
Bobby Shaft.
All right, I think 2U's getting ready to play a song for us. Let us know when they're ready, and we'll hit the stage one more time with 2U. One more song from those guys.
Did Joe replace Bono in between songs, or what did he do?
I think Joe got in a fight with Bono, and he's looking for another Bono
Gotta
in the
call
crowd.
another Bono.
Yeah,
or-
You guys play the Ballad of Bobby Shaft?
Don't say Bobby
Wow,
Shaft
they
anymore.
love Bobby Shaft.
All right, let's go to
He's
the
a
stage.
fat piece of shit.
2U's ready. Here we go. One more song from 2U, live at Connolly's, the Opie and Anthony Show. And then Pat Fumanaki and his little thong with Bobby Shaft.
Bobby Shaft.
The big closer today. Hit it, Brother Joe.
You guys think this is like a comedian? Takes a couple of seconds.
Oh, it's quiet on New Year's Day. Oh, well, in white, it's underway. I want to be with you night and day. Nothing changes on New Year's Day. On New Year's Day, I will be with you again. I will be with you under the blood-red sky. A crowd is gathered, black and white, arms entwined, the children girl. Newspapers say it's true, it's true. We can back through, it's true. We can be one. I will begin again. I will begin again. There's a reason for the wars we wage. I want to be with you night and day. Nothing changes on New Year's Day. On New Year's Day.
Live, Connolly's, of course, 47th and Madison. What a party we got going on today. 2U sounding great.
Yeah, it's wow. It has really turned out much better than I anticipated.
It really Absolutely. has.
We were expecting a disaster of probably 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
And
you mean like
wow.
you mean like our Halloween party?
Yeah, well, you know something? That humbled me.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, we got to start working on our show again.
Yeah,
Fuck.
we got to do something here. This is fantastic. It's
Yeah.
great. Bunch of drunks.
Absolutely.
Pretty much.
They, there's they can't. No one else is allowed in here. It's filled to capacity.
Capacity.
Which is nice. Colin
Wow.
Quinn.
It
They're
doesn't
all
take
here.
much with our crowd, though.
They're all here to see Colin Quinn. Let's
I think
be
you're
honest
here to
with
see
each other.
David.
David from the David and Bomo show.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And Rich, you having a good time or what?
Yeah, didn't I say in between? I go, this is unbelievable how good this turned out.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if my weekend at the Arlington Cinema Draft House this weekend turns out
I wish
this
it was
well,
the Arlington Cemetery.
What's
He almost
Where,
said
Arlington,
Cemetery.
Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Wonderful, right?
No, Arlington, Texas.
No, I
could
love
be,
it.
yeah.
Arlington, Virginia has like all these great, like classic old like buildings, and he's at the
Yeah.
goddamn shitty
And
draft
he's there.
house.
No, it's
in
a
the strip
theater.
mall.
It's a theater,
The
stupid.
eternal douche.
A theater.
A theater.
Theater.
Hey,
Yeah.
Colin, are you excited for the big showdown? We got Bobby Shaft and Pat Fruminaki. Yeah.
Now's when we sexy up the show.
Oh,
That's all it was missing was that
Always.
little bit of sexy.
Yeah. Let's go to Colin. What do you think about this big showdown with Bobby Shaft and Pat Fruminaki?
I think it's well, obviously, as you can tell, Bobby Shaft has a big following.
Yeah, he does.
Very obvious.
Apparently, half of Morris County is here. I heard.
But the judges don't go on following Colin. They go on hairiest ass. And I don't know how
wait a
hairy
minute.
Pat from Munaki's
Pat
ass
is as smooth as a baby's behind.
That could hurt him in this competition.
Yes, it could.
Wait till you see
that
his
rosacea might eat into his ass hair.
You know what?
Yeah.
Wait till you see his elephant ass. It's an elephant ass.
Yeah.
We can
It is
call-
horrific.
Call this contest Bobby and Elevator Shaft.
Oh boy.
All right. I guess the buttons weren't being funny.
I thought that one was going to bring the house down.
Yeah, almost
That was
did.
the one I was going to close with.
You can leave.
That's terrific.
But I like all the psychological ramifications. The iron worker bringing Pat like into like a weird mood.
Oh yeah, the whole thing happened.
Boss and is like turned on by smart girls because he's
Yeah.
not that swift.
Well. Some nice observations from Colin.
Boss really
Let's not
digs
forget
you,
about
man.
David and
Boss
Bobo.
loves her.
And Stalker Patty with the Snuggie and the little white Zinfandel.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a party.
Is she still drinking? Patty, you got your Zinfandel?
What's she blowing now?
Yeah.
What's wrong with her?
They told me it's a breathalyzer. It was soft and fleshy.
I
And
finished it 10 minutes ago.
It spit at me.
Patty. Jesus.
Patty,
What?
you had another Zinfandel?
No, I just finished the first one like 10, 15 minutes ago.
Get her a Zinfandel.
How come
Yeah.
Get her a cock. Somebody's
Yeah, she's well overdue for the cock.
Yeah. Fuck the Zinfandel. Right to the cock. Go for the hard stuff.
Yeah, you want a salty white Russian?
No, thank you. I only drink white Zinfandel.
Oh,
you don't,
shut up.
You don't get it because it's a cum joke, dummy.
It'd be like fucking the Crypt Keeper.
I don't know. I thought it was a drink. I don't know.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I love how she answers jokes. Who answers jokes?
Thank you. I just had a white Zinfandel.
I know. She's the worst.
Patty, do us a favor. Don't answer
best.
the jokes.
The best.
You answer questions, not jokes.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the big showdown going.
Oh, and
Where are
by
these
big,
guys?
we mean big. Pat
Oh, yeah.
Munaki
Boom, 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 boom.
against
boom,
Bobby
boom,
Shaft.
boom, boom,
The favorite here
boom,
today is Bobby Shaft.
boom, 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 boom.
You know, this reminds me, Opie, of the end of Rocky when he was in Russia,
Yeah.
and they were all just chanting Rocky, Rocky.
Sure.
Fantastic.
Reminds
The
me of
crowd
reminds
loves
me of
Bobby Shaft.
It's like a kumite.
All right, they're
Yes.
making their way to the broadcast area. Here comes Bobby Shaft.
The crowd loving Bobby Shaft.
Boom,
There's
boom,
Bobby
boom.
Shaft. Oh, my God. Wow. Bobby Shaft.
Bobby Shaft looks good.
Bobby. Oh, my God. Wait, Pat's nuts are hanging out of things.
Neither one of them has a hairy ass. They're both smooth asses.
Pat's body is beyond human. That is something that
Explain
steps out of a spaceship.
Now they're sumo wrestling. Jesus.
Bobby Shaft is.
All right, take the shirts off. Take the shirts off.
Amazed.
Here come the shirts. How's a fat guy have thinner legs than I do, man? I know it's a visual, but
He looks like a hippo with chicken legs.
Oh my God!
All right, Colin.
They're chanting.
What are we judging their asses on?
They are. Now it's well beyond judging the ass.
Yeah.
I think we're judging how the presentation is by both of them in these garments. One is in a white G-string.
Yes.
One is in a black G-string.
Yeah.
Pat can't even keep himself in this thing. And the crowd is turning. Oh my God, they're chanting Pat louder than they were chanting Bobby Shaft. They could have won the crowd over. This is a fantastic moment for sport. Wow. The people are torn. This is amazing. This is Fraser Ali. I'm amazed. The crowd here. What a great day for sport.
Colin, you all right? You all right, Colin?
This is exciting.
Yeah.
They are loving it. All right, Pat Fumanaki is doing the old Hulk Hogan, a hand to his ear, trying to get the crowd going, Opie. Pat's thong is stretching like the cables on the Verrazano Bridge. It's very. He's pushing that to the limit.
I think Pat just adjusted himself.
Yes.
I don't even know what fell out. I don't even know what the fuck that was.
I don't know why we're doing this.
But why are we doing this?
I don't know why we're doing this.
Right. All right. Well,
Pat's flat ass looks like Margaret Cho's face.
I remember, Opie, when we used to have naked girls in baked beans on a tarp wrestle each other.
And now,
what has happened?
And now it's come to this.
It's come down to this.
Now you know why I want to leave the show, by the way. I can't figure it out.
I want to split his legs and make a wish.
You know, perhaps if they both just ate grapes.
Oh, my God.
What a catastrophe.
A little photo op
Yeah, this
here.
is definitely a photo op moment.
Here, over here, guys.
Wow, it's like looking at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah,
you guys.
Pat. I don't even know how to explain that.
I don't know what we're trying to. Pat's the fattest, skinniest guy ever.
All right, listen, what do we... You know what? We got to go to David.
Yeah, David should come in and help judge this.
Where's David? Bring in David. David, come on over here.
Pat is like they built a skyscraper on a foundation for a cottage. You're skinny from your ankles to your ass.
It's bizarre.
And then you're gigantic.
He's like
you look photoshopped.
It all went wrong from the waist up.
Yeah.
He's like a beach house.
On stilts.
Just helping for the people that aren't from Long Island. Very good, Colin. Hey, he's supposed to be a skinny guy.
David.
All right, let's go to David. David, over here. David, over here. David, we got to figure out who wins the big contest here.
Is it working? Hello, there it goes.
All right, let's go to David. We're losing the crowd.
David, they're being judged on just your initial impression of what they look like.
Hold on, David.
David, I'm not sure if David knows how to judge.
Yeah, David, for the audience that's back home, Describe what you're looking at right now. Paint a picture for the audience.
Start with Bobby Shaft. Wow, they love Bobby Shaft.
All right, David, paint a picture for the audience at home. What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
We're looking at, first we have Bobby Shaft. Woo! And both of these, we have Bobby Shaft, we have Pat from Moonaki, and both of them are nude except they're wearing a thong.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Right.
Yes.
Describe their bodies. Describe Pat's body. Describe Bobby Shaft's body.
All right.
And the differences between them.
Well, Bobby Shaft is a little bit on the heavy side.
Yeah.
He's able to move his breasts up and down a little bit.
Yeah, he's moving his pecs.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
somewhere under that.
He is.
Yes, Colin Quinn.
All right. Go ahead, David. Continue. Pat from Moonaki now.
No, Ed, all right, Pat from Moonaki.
Well, Bobby has a tattoo on his arm.
Yes, we have Pat from Moonaki's up next. He is, wow, he has a huge gut, and he's flobbering it around, bouncing it up and down for everybody to see.
And
a huge gut.
And his legs are too thin for his body, right?
Yes, I agree with that. His legs are really thin. It looks like he's all bony and muscly over there. And
Bony and muscly.
yes. Oh no, Pat! Oh no, Pat is showing his private area to,
Oh,
to
no,
me.
he's not.
For a quick second, no.
For real, he's not. He's
He's
showing
just cooling himself off a little.
He's showing the puke fat.
Oh, the
That's
puke fat. Oh, okay,
Puke fat.
okay.
Puke fat.
Oh, okay.
All right, they're working the crowd out.
Oh no!
Pat's sneakers have celluloid.
The crowd truly divided on how these two athletes should be judged. I'm quite amazed by the division of the crowd here.
Why don't we bring Bobo? Bobo, come on in here. I think we'll allow David and Bobo to decide who wins
Bobo,
the
get
big
up here.
contest. Bobo, Bobo, grab the mic there. What do you think of Bobby Shaft and Pat from Moonaki?
I know a way to decide the winner.
Yeah.
Let's have both of them do the Party Boy and Jackass? Could someone play that song and have the two of them do that?
Could we impromptu get a DJ here within a minute?
Whoever does the best Party Boy wins.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. Maybe we play a little
dance contest,
a little dance song, and let these guys.
Play the Party Boy song.
Wow, you just found a new producer.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but you realize if we saw this online from any other DJ, we would be goofing the next day going, look how gay their show is. And now we have to sit here in front of this crap.
Go with it.
All right.
All right, they're both dancing around, Anthony. They're doing a little freestyle. Rich, what's wrong with you?
It's so hard to look at.
It's disgusting.
I'm telling you, the trains to Auschwitz were a better sight.
All right, enough, Bobo. We're not going to get the party.
Yeah, Bubba, we understand what you're trying to do here.
Can we hurry this up? I can't hold my gut in much longer.
All right, David. Should we go to David and have David decide?
Yeah, let's let David decide.
All right,
He's seen
everyone.
enough. We've all seen enough.
I want to see these two guys make out.
All right, David, it's to you. Is the winner going to be Bobby Shaft or Pat from Moonaki? David, it's to you. Who wins the big contest?
I think there's only one clear there's a clear favorite in my case. I know already.
All right.
There's a clear favorite. I know who I decide already.
All right, David, who wins the big contest?
David's the decision.
I think the winner of the contest is Bobby Shaft.
Bobby Shaft. Bobby Shaft.
Bobby Shaft.
Oh my God! What an upset! What an upset!
Bobby Shaft.
For years, Pat from Moonaki has been the favorite here on the Opie and Anthony Show, and this Bobby Shaft just comes in, owns the crowd, and turns around our own intern David. Amazing.
Let's first talk to the loser, Pat Fruminacchi. Pat, any words for the crowd?
Pat's used to losing, though.
Yeah, Pat.
Well, I made Biggest Loser somewhere.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is just another thing to fall in his pit of
All
depression.
right. Okay, you pulled it out.
You know, with Pat looking like this, I wish we could surprise him with his long-lost father right now.
Right now at this moment.
Would be the perfect
Is there a
time.
draft in here?
Hearing the gunshot against his own father's head.
His dad, Bud Dwyer.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of whatever fucking contest we just did, I don't even know.
He should be called Bobby Bag, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't see much shaft.
Bobby Shaft, everyone.
Bobby Shaft.
What do you have to say?
I'd like to thank everybody. This is probably the first time I've ever taken off my clothes and felt like a winner. It's amazing. And also, I feel good taking off my pants in front of Colin Quinn because
he rolls.
Yeah.
I just want to say something.
Yeah.
We had a couple of contestants here,
Yeah.
so I just want to let the crowd know, really, truly, there are no winners. They are both fucking losers.
I know.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yes.
Bobby Shaft wins the big contest. Ugh.
Oh, you got a good one, did you? Oh, God damn it, Danny. Danny's got to post that. It's horrific.
It really is a horrific picture of Pat's
Wow.
ass. It's an elephant's ass.
The crowd's still chanting for Bobby Shaft.
Enough about Bobby Shaft.
This is amazing.
All right, we're going to wrap up the big St. Patty's
All
Day
right.
live
Please
broadcast.
put your goddamn clothes back on.
Oh, God.
As quoted by a
This
wet-lipped idiot one day.
Right.
This fucking mess has a suicide note tattooed on his arm.
I say, okay, I'll do it.
Oh, I saw that too. All right, why don't we go around the room? Why don't we do the big wrap-up? Colin, what's your
Colin
thoughts
Quinn.
about what you saw today here at Connolly's, 47th and Madison?
Well, you know, I came expecting to see, you know, like you guys promised, hot girls dancing in halter tops or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I ended up seeing what looked like a Bulgarian drug trafficker's beach.
Yeah.
Like an Adriatic Sea, like gangster.
Nice.
But all things considered, I think this is more St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, of course.
It's what St. Patrick's Day should be.
Yeah.
Fat guys. It's not about hot girls.
It's about naked, half-naked, drunk guys
Yes.
that are much too fat to be naked.
That's right.
All right, why don't we go to Rich? Rich?
That is what St. Patrick is the patron saint of.
That's right.
Is fat, naked guys that should not
Yeah.
be naked.
Rich, let's go to you.
Boss.
What's your thoughts of the big live broadcast?
I've done a lot of live events with you guys.
Yes.
And this is what I exactly expected. This is.
we didn't disappoint, right?
Not at all. I thought that they were looking a little too thin for the contest.
We're slacking as
That's
far
what
as
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Should we get some final words from Stalker Patty?
Oh, yes. Let's talk to her after her Zinfandel. And
Stalker Patty, where are you? I don't even know. Somewhere in this crowd.
drinking.
What?
Getting my drink on.
Patty, we're wrapping up. Any final thoughts about the big...
What?
Oh, why bother? Why even bother?
Why bother?
Why
with her?
bother?
He's got an old man's ass.
He really does have the ass of a 90-year-old man in a convalescent home.
Hello? Colin can't control himself.
Yeah, that ass should be in a bedpan.
Yeah. Just,
Pat, you have an awful.
well, Colin. Colin's is what?
What would your daddy say? Oh, Patty.
All right, let's go to Patty. Patty, any thoughts on the big broadcast?
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, very good problem.
Ah, you're drinking some Zinfandel, huh?
Yeah, I'm
Come on.
almost on my second cup. I really like it. It's good wine.
Wolf it. Come on, wolf it.
Oh, Pat has to tie his shoes.
Look,
I like
Patty,
to savor it, and I like to enjoy it.
Patty doesn't notice there's an elephant's ass right in her face.
Pat's tying his shoe right in front of you. Did you notice that?
Way to go with the bit. There, yeah, see.
He doesn't really have a butt. He has a stomach, but he doesn't have a butt.
They love Bobby Shaft.
They sure do.
He's a ringer.
Why don't we, who else we talking to before we wrap this up? I think,
Wow.
David and Bobo, they said their thing.
Yeah. Bobo's fantastic. The crowd's been great. See a lot of some new faces in here, to tell you the truth.
Some women.
Yeah, that's
Which
what
is
I mean.
nice.
Holy shit.
It's good to see the women.
It's
coming out.
amazing. They're probably all with guys, though.
Yeah, well.
It's always the way it goes.
There you go, huh?
What's that?
They're
Rich
called
Boss?
hostages.
Hostages? Is that what it is? It's like you were at a party. Why didn't you leave? You had the opportunity to escape. Why did you go back to the dungeon?
Why don't we get out of here before the wheels completely come off this?
Too late.
I want to thank Connolly's and who else?
Yes.
I think we're good, right? We want to thank 2U. 2U's going to play us out. One more time, brother Joe. 2U. We'll see you guys live on the radio tomorrow morning.
We just want to say one thing.
Thank you.
We want to thank XM Sirius for making this fucking thing happen. Because K-Rock decided to be a bunch of pussies and give us more fucking Kanye West, Pink, and fucking Britney. Like we really need that, right?
Fuck you.
Yep.
And I'd also like to say I see a lot of firemen here. And I'd like to thank you guys for what you do. These guys are great.
We want to hear you guys get loud for this one. And this will be good night, folks.
In the name of love, one man from anger, one man from heat to justify, one man to overthrow. In the name of love, one more in the name of love. In the name of love. One more in the name of love. One man cried on a barbed wire fence. One man he resists. One man washed on an empty beach. One man betrayed with a kiss. In the name of love. One more in the name of love. In the name of love. One more in the name of love. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Early morning, April 4, shot rings out in the Memphis sky. Free at last, they took your life, they could not take your pride. In the name of love, one more in the name of love. In the name of love, one more in the name of love. Whoa, oh, oh. Sing it. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh.
All right, Connolly's, we want to hear you sing. St. Patrick's Day after all. Come on now. Got lots of pride here tonight. on now. Whoa, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh. Oh, you can do better than that. Whoa, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh. Or the Irish. Whoa, oh. Whoa, oh, oh. In the name of love, one more in the name of love. In the name of love, one more in the name of love. In the name of
for having us down. NotYou2.com is the website, and name of the band's 2U. Thanks a lot. Good night, guys.